This is Star Market Celtics Tonight. Download the Star Market Deals and Delivery app today.
Jalen forces it up over C. No! He tied it! He did it! Jalen Brown from the corner with 5.6 to go. Kick out, open. Tatum steps to his left, three in the air. Got it!
Big boys step up at the right time, man.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly. Your New England Ford dealers, Bosch Tools, and by Ticketmaster.
Pritchard shovel back to Porzingis. How about a trail three? Got it! Boston by 14. Kyrie forces one out, blocked by Porzingis again. Pritchard, half court. It's in the air.
Go!
He got it! He did it again! Peyton Pritchard did it again!
Also brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank, VA New England, Town Fair Tire, Brex, your New England Honda dealers, Corona, FindMassMoney.gov, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Confetti guns shooting green and white confetti and making the most beautiful blizzard you have ever seen. The Boston Celtics are world champions for the 18th time.
Now, here's Sean Grante and Cedric Maxwell.
At TD Garden, where tonight the Celtics, having shaken their first losing streak of the year, try and sweep the two-game series from Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers. Thanks for sharing part of your Christmas week with us as we head towards the new year. I'm Sean Grande. Cedric Maxwell joins us shortly, and what he does coming up on the fastest 30 minutes in the NBA. Shaw's and Star Market. Celtics tonight will get you an update on Kristaps Porzingis and Drew Holiday. They both missed the first game of the series. Spoiler alert, they're going to miss the second game of the series Sunday. We'll tell you what it means, who will play in their place as we break down this rematch with the Pacers. They were down 4 rotation players on a back-to-back on Friday. They'll get a big reinforcement tonight. We'll tell you what Andrew Nembhard has meant to the Indiana lineup. Some stunning numbers on defense. We'll take our trip around the NBA. Trade today between the Lakers and the Nets. D'Angelo Russell is on the move as the Lakers try to shore up their defense. A giddy triple-double and a big body Brunson dynamic double nickel.
Brunson guarded by Koulibaly. Brunson takes it inside, puts it up, and gets the roll. Brunson time.
We'll check in with the head coach, Joe Mazzulla.
It's important to have an understanding over the course of the season to deal with change, because I think that's the biggest thing you fight in the playoffs is do what we do versus do what makes the most sense versus this particular matchup.
But coming up next, the Celtics enter the game Friday night on their first losing streak of the year. They'd lost 3 of 4, and for the first time, were facing legitimate questions about their place atop the NBA. Not, as it turned out, a great situation for the Pacers to walk into. We'll look back. Pritchard throws the shoulder into Halliburton. Gets in deep. Pritchard, pump fake. Misses, gets his own rebound. Misses that putback. Third time is the charm. I told you that, Pritch crazy.
Okay, I saw what you did.
It's all coming up and more as we count you down to Game 2 of the series. Celtics and the Indiana Pacers here at the Garden, top of the hour on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Mix up your cat's mealtime with the Meow Mix playlist. Meow Mix has epic soundtracks for cats to jam out to, great eats, and tasty beats. The perfect mix of delicious flavors to help you connect with your cat and make them say, meow. Meow Mix Original Choice Cat Food. The only one cats ask for by name. To learn more, visit meowmix.com/remix.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBo-YEAH or visit mybo.com.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Yeah, of course. I think obviously playing on Christmas Day is a privilege, and we kind of let our fans down on our home court. And we appreciate everybody for taking the time out of their day to watch us, and we didn't put our best foot forward. So I think we wanted to come out and respond today.
That is a very calm, disciplined way for Jaylen Brown to put it. Talking about the game here on Friday night and the blowout win over the Indiana Pacers. Welcome back to Charleston Star Market Celtics tonight. But you have a different way to put it when it comes to Jaylen, the way he came out the other night.
Mad Jaylen.
Yeah.
And pissed off Jaylen. I love that. I love the fact that he has turned into the villain. And I know that's not Tatum's nature, but the team's going to be better off when he becomes a little bit more like that. But when I get one of my star players with an attitude and this demeanor that he doesn't like the other team, I love it.
All right, the Celtics with the win the other night. We'll get to that in a second. Begin the night 23-8. There's still 4 games. The Cavs are just not losing, by the way.
They're rolling.
They are rolling and rolling and rolling. And we're, listen, 50 games left is 50 games left. It's a ton of time, but there's a 4-game gap now. The Knicks keep winning. New York is only a game and a half behind the Celtics now for second in the Eastern Conference, and Cleveland continues to get separation. They continue to win. Out west, Celtics, that little gap where they lost some games here in December has really hurt them now, digging a 4-game hole, especially with the road trip, a very difficult road trip they have coming up. But for the moment, the Celtics get back on track with the win the other night. We'll listen to the highlights in a second. They played that game without both Kristaps Porzingis and Drew Holiday, and they will do the same thing again tonight. Meanwhile, Indiana gets a little bit healthier. They get Andrew Nembhard back, and he makes a big difference for them defensively. So it's hard to beat a team twice in a row. Certainly hard to beat a team easily, especially when you just beat the living heck out of, which the Celtics did on Friday night. Nembhard makes a big difference, and the Celtics will remain shorthanded with Sam Hauser in the starting lineup.
Well, I tell you what I like, the fact that the Celtics, if the Celtics play with a certain demeanor, I think that they're going to be.
You wanted to say misdemeanor, didn't you? Which is a whole different.
I came close to it, and I just feel if they play with that kind of competitive juice, they come out and they win this game easily.
All right, before we look ahead to the matchup here in the rematch, why don't we just do what we always do and look back to the first game of the series here on Friday night?
Can we just look at the game in there? They played down in Foxborough the other day. Can we look at
listen, it was ugly. It took a really ugly turn because every game there would be some moments in there that Drake May would have in which you'd say, okay, the kid is the real thing.
40-7, it was a real message.
Now, what did I say to you over the last few weeks? What have I said over and over again about the Patriots' only job the final 3 games of the season was what?
To keep the kid healthy.
Don't get the kid get hurt. And then on his own, he stays in bounds. By the way, if you're a longtime Patriots fan, you had to flash back to Drew Bledsoe and the Mo Lewis hit that knocked him out, right, in 2001, and obviously led to Tom Brady taking over. Tom Brady's not walking through that door. You need Drake May to stay healthy here, obviously, as you go into that last game of the season against Buffalo. Okay.
Well, you got to have the #1 pick, possibly. Ooh.
By the way, this is so Patriots. So Buffalo's going to mail in that game next week because they're locked into the 2 seed now because they crushed the Jets today. Speaking of disasters, the Jets also obviously. The NFL, by the way, adding the 17th game to the season for bad teams, that's like denying them parole. It's like you got to go through another week where you know you're going to get hammered with the Patriots. How typical would this be of bad luck? Now they're going to get a completely depleted Buffalo team that doesn't care if they win or lose that game. And so the Patriots have an opportunity, if you want to call it that, to win a game and hurt their draft status for next year.
I'd love to say something about it, but we have to go on.
We don't have to. We can do this. Who's going to stop us?
Yeah, I have to go on.
We could. The Bruins bounced back last night. They had a home and home also, by the way. They had the back-to-back with Columbus.
We have to go on. I have a lot of things to say.
Previous game recap brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Now through the end of the year, all DraftKings customers have got a special daily promo every single day. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code SportsHub to take advantage. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. You want to talk about the Red Sox? Maybe getting Bregman? Trading Costas, moving Devers to first. All this stuff's going to happen. In the meantime, Pacers came in here, and they were on the wrong part of town on the wrong night. Celtics will wear the alternate black jerseys tonight. Green letters and numbers, white trim. They will go right to left. Indiana will wear the home yellow uniforms, navy blue letters and numbers. They go left to right. Al Horford will jump it against Miles Turner. And the first of the two-game series is underway. Turner wins the jump ball back into the hands of Tyrese Halliburton. Thanks for finding us. Jaylen Brown up fakes the three on Mather and steps to his left and then knocks it down.
Wow. Tough shot. Got his man up in the air. Got him in the popcorn popper.
Big honor for Jaylen today. We'll tell you about 16-11, Boston by 5. Jaylen Brown, bounce pass back to Pritchard. Horford moves it to the right side. Open is Derek White for three.
They swing the basketball and give Pritchard credit for keeping that basketball alive and getting that second chance opportunity.
10-2 is the Boston run, and there's another timeout for Rick Carlisle. Lead by 12. Bounce entry. Jaylen Brown runs to the left corner and hits a three. And stop me if you've heard that one before. The exact same spot. He hit the big three against Indiana in game one of the conference finals. On a steal, Jaylen Brown driving it on Halliburton, two-hand slam. And in the blink of an eye, the Celtics in less than 4 minutes gone from a tie game to a 17-point lead.
Playing like the world champions.
Turner stripped from behind by Jaylen Brown, who's about to be 9 for 9 on the windmill jam.
You know, he didn't have a good first half in the first game, the Christmas Day game. Maybe he must have opened his presents once he got home because he has been outstanding. Sports Illustrated's NBA Player of the Year, Jaylen Brown, putting on a show. 21 on 9 of 9. Boston by 18. Pritchard throws the shoulder into Halliburton. Gets in deep. Pritchard, pump fake, misses, gets his own rebound, misses that putback. Third time is the charm. I told you that, Pritch crazy. Okay, I saw what you did.
Tatum works his way in. Baseline extended. There's the double team. Pritchard swings it around the horn. Derek White up fake, attacks the paint. Return to Horford. Good look at a right side three. Got it. Oh, this is good stuff. 13-0 is the latest Boston run. They lead by 28. Celtics not shooting great anymore from 3, 11 of 33. Tatum tried to improve that, and he does, knocking it down over Shepard from the wing.
They're so locked and loaded in the area. It's almost not possible.
Tatum switches to the right hand. Kick out. Jaylen, crazy deep three. Got it. It's his night. 13 of 17. 5 threes. 33 points for Jaylen Brown. For those of you unable to read Max's mind, he's talking about Mike Brown getting fired today as coach of the Sacramento Kings. They have lost 5 consecutive home games, and last night was brutal. Tatum steps to his left and rips another ridiculous three. His third of the night. 16th for the Celtics. They're up by 32. This schedule has been a real kick in the McNuggets to the Pacers. Having to play OKC, Boston twice, at Milwaukee, at Miami. Pritchard, deep three, right side. Got it. 16 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists for Peyton Pritchard. And the Celtics, who defended from minute 1 to minute 48, they don't just snap the 2-game losing streak. They break it in half. A season-high 142 points as they dismantle the Indiana Pacers on a 44-point night for Jaylen Brown. The final score, Boston 142, Indiana 105. Jaylen's the third Celtic in franchise history with 44 points and 4 steals in the game. Larry Bird, Antoine Walker, the other two to do it. First 40-point lead for the Celtics, their largest win of the year. Career high scoring night for Jaylen Brown in regulation. Twice he's had more than 44 points. Those are both games that went to overtime as the Celtics scored their biggest win of the year. And by the way, it was their 61st win of the calendar year with 2 games remaining. Obviously tonight here against Indiana, then Wednesday afternoon against Toronto. It has a chance to be their second best calendar year in the last 35 years, only in 2008 when they won 68 games. Because remember, the Celtics got off to the 29-2 start after winning the championship in 2008. All right, no Porzingis again, no Drew Holiday. Al Horford will start. Al Horford's next 3, Max, which presumably will come tonight and presumably could come in the first quarter because he's starting, he will pass Larry Bird on the Celtics all-time list for made three-pointers. Think about how the game has changed.
Well, look, when I saw Draymond Green had passed Larry Bird, that told me how the game had really changed because you're not talking about a guy who's advanced at shooting threes.
Access Player to Bank On brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank. CSB 0 APR heat loan. Perfect way to make your home more energy efficient in 2025. Stay warm this winter and apply at ClintonSavings.com. Member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender. Happy holidays from Clinton Savings Bank.
Jaylen Brown set the tone the other day, and I look for more of the same. If you're talking about a guy who is mean, who wants to come out and compete in that way, and is one of your star players, that's who I'd look at.
Max's keys to the game, driven by your local New England Honda dealers. Contact your local New England Honda dealer for a great deal today.
Only way Pacers stay in this basketball game to me if the Celtics turn the basketball over. So eliminating turnovers is going to be a key.
Only OKC has been better this year not turning the ball over than the Celtics. Still to come on Shaw's and Star Market. Celtics tonight getting ready for the rematch of the second game of the two-game series with the Pacers. We'll talk to Joe Mazzulla about being able to adjust on the fly. This conversation, as they often do, took on a life of its own. You'll want to stay tuned for that. We'll take our trip around the NBA, get you caught up on the early game today with Orlando in action, and the trade made today between the Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets as D'Angelo Russell is on the move, and the Lakers shore up their defense, getting Dorian Finney-Smith. We'll talk about the ramifications of that. But when we return, Sean Silver has Sports Hub headlines, including a full day, sort of NFL games after Netflix and NFL Network took all the good games. It was like Jim Nantz and Iron Eagle saw teams they had not seen in years today. It was fun to watch. He'll get you all the scores. It's all leading to the Celtics and the Pacers here at the Garden on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's... Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBo-YEAH or visit mybo.com.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
Start by going around the NFL, and there were some doozies this afternoon. Buccaneers over the Panthers, 48-14. Baker Mayfield, 5 touchdown passes, 4 touchdown passes for Drew Lock as the Giants beat the Colts 45-33. Bills all over the Jets, 40-14. Also, the Eagles wrapped up the Cowboys 41-7. Saquon Barkley over the 2,000-yard mark for the campaign. Raiders beat the Saints 25-10. Jaguars beat the Titans 20-13. Of course, the Patriots 40-7 losers in Foxborough yesterday at the hands of the Chargers. Bruins off until Tuesday when they play a matinee against the Capitals. They shut out the Blue Jackets 4-0 last night. And Jimmy Carter, former president of the United States, has passed away at the age of 100. The headlines brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Now open in Franklin, Billerica, and Peabody. I'm Sean Silver. Sean Graney and Cedric Maxwell go around the NBA next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
You want to get the kids something different this year for the holidays, right? Well, no matter what you get them, you should power the toys with something that's definitely different. Duracell batteries with power boost ingredients. They're unlike any other battery. So to make sure Christmas morning goes great, get only Duracell batteries with Power Boost ingredients. Whoa. Does that happen every time I say Duracell with Power Boost ingredient? Nice. Try it with me. Duracell with Power Boost ingredients. Yes.
You scaled the sheer cliff face, battling frostbite, running low on oxygen. The wind pierced your skin, and every inch was agony. You reached heights no other human had before, while getting nowhere at airport security. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling action titles on Audible.
Jason Tatum plays here.
Zip the entry to Smart. No-look bounce pass to the cutter. Jason Tatum, who lays it up and in with the right hand. And the Celtics are dancing right now. They're Brogdon across half court. Nets fans headed for the exit. Tatum, pull-up three. Good night. You know what MVPs do? They still got 29 in the Tatum to the right. Pulls up on LeBron. They're isolated. Right side of the floor. Tatum spins on the baseline. Turns. Fades. Get it!
This is the home of the Celtics. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
When you don't compromise on the court, you shouldn't compromise off of it either. Lose the calories, not the taste. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Copyright 2024.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Lakers were up by 20. In the blink of an eye, it's a ball game again. AD has a free throw jumper if he wants it. Instead, he just kind of leans in.
36 for Anthony Davis last night. John Ireland on the call of the Lakers Radio Network. Last night, Lakers beat the Kings 132-122, and today they make a trade. D'Angelo Russell, that clearly was not a good fit. They trade away offense to Brooklyn, and they get back Dorian Finney-Smith. That's a big, tall 3-and-D guy from Brooklyn. They also get Shake Milton, who could help them from time to time in some of those back-to-back games as they move along. I thought a pretty good deal for the Lakers today.
I'm just trying to figure out how Lakers keep making some of these deals, considering they don't have any money or no trades.
Well, second-round picks. They were all second-round picks.
All that stuff. But to get those kind of guys for him, D'Angelo Russell, I think is definitely really good.
By the way, Brooklyn now has 31 draft picks in the next 7 years. They have 15 first-round picks and 16 second-round picks.
Well, you want to change what you do, then obviously you got to. But here's the only problem, Matt. You're going to have to move some of those picks, because you can't sign all those guys and be on the salary cap.
All right, Bucks were rolling for a while now. Giannis has been sitting out the last couple of games, and they ran into Josh Giddey last night in Chicago.
Jr., the step back three with a hand in the face from Giddey. No good. Here come the Bulls. Oh, Terry. Beautiful dish. Giddey banks it home.
It's a Showtime Bulls. Triple-double for Josh Giddey. Chicago beats Milwaukee 116-111. But the story last night was in our nation's capital as Jalen Brunson did a lot of Jalen Brunson things.
Brunson guarded by Koulibaly. Brunson takes it inside, puts it up, and gets the roll. Brunson tied.
Shout out my guy Kenny Albert, first of all, for he is an addict like I am when it comes to play-by-play. He did the Knicks game last night in D.C. and then did the Giants game, the NFL game this afternoon on Fox. Jalen Brunson, 55 points, 9 assists. He's just the second New York Knick ever to do that, and he basically has done for them whatever they have needed to get done. Remember, this was all done on the second night of a back-to-back.
Well, the thing about it is, which was really crazy, was listening to that game. You'd have thought that game was being played in New York instead of down in nation's capital, the way the fans were going crazy.
All right, one game this afternoon is down to 2:07 to go. Orlando continues to struggle. That big win over the Celtics, that's been their only really good news during this stretch when they went without Banchero and Franz Wagner. Brooklyn makes that trade today. They've got 25 from Cam Thomas off the bench. Brooklyn up 97-90 at Orlando with 2:07 to go. We will update you on that, obviously, when we get going. In the meantime, we've got the Celtics and Pacers on the floor. We'll talk about it with Joe Mazzulla next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub, Celtics Radio Network.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of the Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's... Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBo-YEAH or visit mybo.com.
You want to get the kids something different this year for the holidays, right? Well, no matter what you get them, you should power the toys with something that's definitely different. Duracell batteries with power boost ingredients. They're unlike any other battery. So to make sure Christmas morning goes great, get only Duracell batteries with power boost ingredients. Whoa. Does that happen every time I say Duracell with power boost ingredient? Nice. Try it with me. Duracell with power boost ingredients. Yes.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Boston, the home of the Patriots, the Celtics, the Rams, and Bruins. Boston's home for sports is the Sports Hub, a Beasley Media Group station.
Conversation with the coach brought to you by Star Market. Check out the Star Market app, earn rewards, and save on your groceries and gas with Star Market for you. Download the Star Market app today. And now with head coach Joe Mazzulla, here's Sean Grandy.
All right, Sean Silver, thank you. I want to start with something off the board, as always, something fun, something different, something new, because it was intriguing what you said after the game when you were talking about lineups and you got asked. We are trained to think, and I love starting with that because it is invariably followed by why you think it's important to think differently. But we are trained to think the 82 games are about finding a set rotation, a set sub-pattern. But coming off a game in which we saw Jalen and Jason basically play the entire first quarter, you said it's just as important, maybe more important, to change that up.
Yeah, I mean, one, I think it's important to have an understanding over the course of the season to deal with change, because I think that's the biggest thing you fight in the playoffs is do what we do versus do what makes the most sense versus this particular matchup. And, you know, throughout, of course, of an 82-game season, you think about matchups, but you don't think about lineup changes. And I think the biggest thing heading into playoffs is, you know, can we be open-minded and flexible to execute and succeed under any circumstances? As one of those is what makes the most sense. And so when you can find moments to do that throughout the regular season, I think it trains your team to be able to execute regardless of the circumstances around you.
And you get plenty of those. Obviously, Kristaps, you're used to that. Obviously, he's missed a ton of games. Now with Drew missing a bunch of games, I imagine the schedule just provides you those opportunities.
The schedule does definitely provide you those opportunities, but that's not really where you learn, because it's a scheduled opportunity and not a random opportunity. And so, you know, you get some of those, but you still have to have the randomized opportunities within that, you know, for the teaching.
How much random goes into, you obviously have to have the ability in the middle of a game. When we look out, and we've, you know, Max and I have seen Jalen play every game he's ever played in the NBA, and you can tell sometimes in the first 90 seconds of a game, okay, this is going to be one of those nights, and you've got to have the ability, right, to say, wait a minute, whatever we were going to do, this is a night where the actual game going on in front of us, whether it's a player getting hot, somebody on the other team getting hot, something happening during a game that is going to change it.
I mean, listen, one of the biggest things I learned in coaching as a friend of mine that coaches really good Division II IUP, and I used to go into every game with a fixed mindset. And, you know, he told me every game takes on a life of its own. And that really kind of changed the way that you prepare and coach, because you have to have a set of principles and non-negotiables heading into a game. But every game, especially in the NBA, literally does take on a life of its own. And you got to be able to you have to be able to be ready to give that game what it needs. And, you know, I think that's kind of the fun part about it.
What's a fixed mindset going into a game? What do you used to have?
What the expectations are going to be this all the time, and this is what we're going to do, and you know, this is the way that it's going to go, as opposed to, you know, I think that's kind of the main job of our staff, is to come in with a different mindset of like, okay, this game is taking on this, and you kind of usually know that by the middle of the first quarter. Like if you look at the Philly game, they started pre-switching in the first quarter, and Embiid was kind of not necessarily hiding, but like finding ways to stay out of it, and that impacted our offensive rhythm. And so we went to a completely different action that we hadn't ran all year to simplify, where the rotations and the help was coming from. And it took us a little while to get to that, and I thought we were able to do that. And so it's just moments like that. Every game is going to take on a life of its own.
How hard was that for you to make that change? And do you remember a time that you thought, okay, I've done it now. Now I have the ability to do this?
I don't think it's more about the ability. I think it's more about the relationship with your guys, having an understanding that, hey, we have to do X, Y, and Z regardless of our opponent, but we also have to be ready to go to something depending upon how the game is going. And our guys have really embraced that, and it's been fun, making those reads, making those transitions to giving each game what it needs. Hey, tonight it calls for, this type of defense, or tonight it calls for screening more instead of handling more. And so I think building the relationship with the guys so that we all get on the same page about that has been a fun journey.
Skip over. I want to segue to the Pacers because of what you just said about every game. And even when these two-game series, even when they're back-to-backs, this one isn't, but even when they are, it feels like the second game is always different with guys being out or guys being back. And, for example, tonight, Indiana, their defensive numbers jump dramatically. They become elite when Andrew Nembhard is on the floor. He wasn't the other night. And I would imagine, based on the kind of stuff that we always talk about, even one element like that changes the chemical composition of a game.
It changes everything. It changes the starting matchups. It changes the sub-patterns. If you remember the first time we played them, Turner was out.
Yeah.
And that changed everything. And so tonight it'll change the way their coverage. They went to more zone. I expect them not to play as much zone because they have a great defender in Nembhard out there, and now the matchups all move down the line and allows them to play their normal defensive system. And so some of that stuff definitely plays a part into it, and that's where, again, this is going to be a completely different game than it was the other night.
How much does, and now keeping this entire theme of what we just spent talking about the last 5 minutes, does a late change? The Miles Turner one, I don't remember if that one was super late. We had the one that we always remember, the SGA one in OKC a couple of years ago. When there was a late change, like 10 minutes before the game, is that different from having a day to say, okay, this thing's going to change from the game before?
Yeah, I mean, it's, or like in Orlando and JT.
Right.
You find out a minute during starting lineups, and what's funny about that is you end up starting your normal lineup to starting double big.
Right.
And now the coverage is completely changed because you have two bigs on the floor as opposed to having KP at the 5. And so not only do your defensive coverages change, but the other team's matchups are going to change. And it changes. And so it takes time to get used to that. But I think embracing that change is kind of what will help you over the course of a long season, but also because you don't get to pick your opponent in the playoffs. And that opponent is going to force you to do things that you may not have done in the regular season. So you want to check as many boxes as you can during the regular season, being great in many different ways so that you're able to have answers for the different problems that an opponent is going to present to you.
That's Joe. There are people that actually want that, right, where you would pick your opponent in the playoffs, which strikes me as a crazy bad idea, which invariably I bet you like it. Because
they do that overseas.
Yeah.
Is that rugby?
I'm going to defer to you on which one it is. We'll get you the answer to that.
They do it overseas in some sport. I'm not which one it is, but there's a couple guys from Australia on our staff that talk about that, and I can't remember what sport it is.
Well, you like making people uncomfortable.
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
That'd be a good way to do it. I knew you'd like it. I think that was fun.
You know what I also think you should do?
A lot of things, I bet.
We should get rid of halftime.
And make it just like in between a quarter break, just play the 4 quarters in a row?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know. I just think it's it would make the game faster.
Well, I don't need to check your math on that. Yes, it would make the game faster. By definition, it would make the game faster. Have you spoken to Adam Silver and all the guys that make hundreds of $1 million on the TV deals? And
no. It's not going to happen. But.
Yeah, probably not. would be my thought. But it's an interesting idea. I always thought like these 6, we should tape the second half. And then we could all go home at halftime and just play the second half for the fans. Listen, we can all be innovative, right? Celtics and Pacers next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's... Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBo-YEAH or visit mybo.com.
You scaled the sheer cliff face, battling frostbite, running low on oxygen. The wind pierced your skin, and every inch was agony. You reached heights no other human had before, while getting nowhere at airport security. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling action titles on Audible.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
It's been an up and down December for the defending world champs. They entered Friday night on their first losing streak of the year. Some miscommunication on defense, some shaky shooting on offense. Someone, it turned out, had to pay the price. And that someone was the Indiana Pacers. Someone had to deliver the message, and that someone was Jaylen Brown. But it has been Jaylen Brown's night. Switches to the left hand, pulls up on Mather, and free throw line jumper is good. He has done everything there is to do. 44 for Jaylen Brown tonight. Celtics by 30.
There's no answer. It's like playing the pickup game.
A 44-point night for Jaylen Brown and a 37-point win was chicken soup for the Celtic fans' soul. Now, the penultimate game of one of the franchise's ultimate years. The Celtics try and sweep the two-game series and make it 7 straight home wins over Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers. Next.
This is Boston Celtics basketball.
The 1957 season is over. The Celtics are the world champion.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly. Your New England Ford dealers, Amica Insurance, Shaw's and Star Market, and by Ticketmaster.
The ball game is over. The Celtics have won the World Championship.
Also brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank, VA New England, Bosch Tools, and by Town Fair Tire.
The Boston Celtics have won the World Championship for the 15th time.
And by Brex, Corona, your New England Honda dealers, findmassmoney.gov, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
It is banner 17. The mission statement is mission accomplished. It is banner 18. The mission demanded is mission accomplished.
Now, here's Sean Grante and Cedric Maxwell.
And a sold-out TD Garden for the penultimate game of the calendar year. 9th home game for the Celtics, crazy enough as this would seem, in the month of December. Starting lineup brought to you by Amica Insurance, the exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Boston Celtics. Indiana gets Andrew Nembhard back for this game. That is big for them defensively to pair with Tyrese Halliburton in the backcourt, Ben Mather, Pascal Siakam, and Miles Turner up front. The Celtics tonight will go again without Kristaps Porzingis and without Jrue Holiday. They'll sound like this.
Derek White, University of Colorado.
Jaylen Brown, California, Berkeley.
Sam Hauser, University of Virginia.
Jason Tatum, Duke University.
Al Horford, University of Florida.
Al's next three will move him past Larry Bird on the Celtics all-time list. The Ford F-150 first quarter presented by Ford F-Series, the #1 selling pickup and #1 truck in brand loyalty. Tonight's contestant, Mario DiGiacomo of New Bedford. If Boston goes up by 15 at any point in the first quarter, Mario wins the opportunity to see a game from the Ford Sports Deck. Enter the contest at 98.5thesportshub.com. This is part of the NBA now, and the new NBA, which is these two-game series, which changed the dynamic. I've really come to like them as we've gone on with it. The only downside was ticket sales. If you have, say, two teams that are not terribly attractive coming in 2 nights in a row. But
well, it depends on me. To me, it's like where you stick me at. I mean, I didn't particularly want to be in Indianapolis a couple of days. I didn't particularly like that. But when I was in Charlotte, I loved it. So it depends on what city I'm in.
Again, this one is completely on me. It is my bad. I posed it more as better for the league as opposed to you personally.
That's not concerning me, what happens in the league. They make enough money. I'm worried about me. Hey, and I got another one. Me again.
It's a season of giving, you know.
I'm doing exactly that. I'm listening to how the Patriots gave. Never mind. That's a whole nother thing.
All right, so do you make the move with Gerard? Do you change coaches and start over again?
No. That would make me not controversial.
All right, the Celtics, only issue they've had this year really has been in the home white uniforms. They are 6-5 in the home whites, which they will wear tonight. 17-3 when they don't wear these home whites. But back in the home white tonight, Indiana wearing their familiar yellow jerseys, navy blue letters and numbers. They will go left to right. Celtics going right to left. No Porzingis. So Al Horford will jump it against Miles Turner. Second half of this 2-game series is underway. Al Horford wins the jump ball back into the hands of Derek White, and away we go. Thanks for finding us on a busy NFL Sunday. Jaylen Brown, the star of the other night, finds Tatum to begin the game. Nembhard right on his shoulder. Escape dribble by Tatum over the shoulder pass. Al Horford moves into the corner to Sam Hauser. Push pass back to Tatum. Up fakes a 3, steps to his left. Now takes it. No good. Back iron. Long rebound. Halliburton.
Wow, somebody might twist his ankle then. Turner did something to his ankle.
Yeah, he is hobbling a little bit as the drive by Nembhard throws all the way back out to Halliburton. Turns the corner, attacks Hauser, floats it off the window and in. And that is the first lead Indiana has had here this weekend. So they got run off the floor on Friday night, up 2-0. Derek White, watched by Mathurin. Floats all the way out to Sam Hauser. Moves to Jaylen Brown. He's got a pretty good look. Up fake, gets the hands down for Siakam, but his jumper comes up short. And another rebound for Halliburton.
They did the double clutch there.
Indiana likes to run off the misses. There weren't a lot of misses the other night, so they didn't get the run. Here's the entry. Siakam pounding Sam Hauser. Turns, steps through, and banks it home. Nice move by Siakam.
Sam Hauser went for the block there. I'm not going to block that. All you want to do is stay in front of him.
Last 20 games for Siakam against the Celtics. 3-17, and the 3 wins all in overtime. Derek White behind the back bounce pass gives Horford the straightaway 3 short. All these shots have been short here to begin the game. Celtics have taken 3 shots, all from distance. Halliburton switches to the right hand, attacks Derek White, trying to find Turner. Turner's able to punch it out towards Nembhard. Nembhard, no look, finds Siakam cutting in, scores off the window, and it's 6-0 Indiana. Indiana 3 for 3, all inside. Celtics 0 for 3, all outside. Tatum out of the logo. Orlando came back to win that game, by the way. Hauser quick 3 is good. And the 4th time is the charm. 6-3 Indiana. Sam Hauser has been in a little bit of a shooting slump. He and Pritchard both the last few games. Ben Mathurin deep on the right side against Tatum. Lobs the entry to Turner, but Jaylen Brown had a hand at his back and is called for the foul.
Turner with the seal then, and what he did, he got big. And when you use the 7-foot frame, you're trying to get around against a guy who is 6'7", you have the clear advantage.
Side on the bounce, in safe for the Nembhard. Left-hand dribble, coming strong on Tatum. Steps back at the elbow. His jumper switch.
I like his attitude.
With Nembhard's the player they really missed the other night.
Yes, a fuck with him.
8-3 Indiana had a big shot against the Knicks in that second-round series. Jaylen Brown gets in deep this time and scores. Max loves to see that.
Man, get dirty in the paint, man. You know I love that kind of stuff.
8-5 Indiana by 3. Halliburton on the Hauser hunt. Blows by him, switches to the right hand and scores. Now, what teams are starting to do with Hauser, because they've had trouble beating him one-on-one, if you get the head of steam going and some momentum, you have a much easier time beating Hauser one-on-one. 10-5 is the Indiana lead. Jaylen Brown deep on the left side. Lobs it into the paint. Hauser, they double on him. Kick out. Horford touches it out to Jaylen Brown. Steps to his left. Loses his defender. Misses the 3. And the rebound for Mathurin.
Couldn't miss those the other day.
Indiana hasn't missed yet. They are 5 of 5. Celtics 2 of 6. Halliburton for Siakam. Wide open left side 3. Nope. First miss for Indiana. Horford shoos Turner away. Turner still doesn't look completely right. Here's Jaylen Brown, offensive end. Finds the trailer open. Horford three. Nope. Standing on the tweet. Finger on send, but he's missed his first 2 threes. Siakam the rebound. Mathurin runs into Jaylen Brown, lost the ball, and it goes out of bounds. They're saying it's Boston ball. Mathurin is saying it hit Jaylen Brown. Al Horford loves to get that in quickly before they can challenge. Nope, they overruled.
Looked like Sam was about to grab that basketball and then just pulled away. Let me see. I think Sam went, and then he said nope, and
Sam didn't touch it. The call on the floor is that it went off Jaylen Brown.
Good call.
Halliburton under out of bounds. It's safe for the Mathurin. Over the shoulder pass. Turner. Shovel for Halliburton. Enters Turner all alone. Two-hand slam. They're getting Sam Hauser in all these actions here. Joe Mazzulla has seen enough, and he will call timeout. A much better start, needless to say, for the Pacers tonight. 3:33 gone by at the Garden. Indiana 12, Boston 5 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Scrabley, la única escobilla limpia parabrisas de resistencia industrial que garantizará que eliminará residuos, lluvia, insectos, lodo de hielo y todo lo que encuentre. Scrabley, la única escobilla limpia parabrisas que sigue el ritmo de la aventura. Ahora disponible en Walmart.
You scaled the sheer cliff face, battling frostbite, running low on oxygen. The wind pierced your skin, and every inch was agony. You reached heights no other human had before, while getting nowhere at airport security. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling action titles on Audible.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Celtics down by 7 early, 12-5. Talking earlier, you heard Sean Silver mention it during Celtics Tonight. Passing of President Carter this afternoon at age 100.
No, here's the thing, and no sarcasm, no laughter or anything. That man was reported dead.
Yeah.
At least 6 or 7 times I can see on feeds.
He lived nearly 41 years, or excuse me, nearly 45 years after leaving office. That is, I mean, I suppose Barack Obama would have a shot at that.
They're talking about using the venture.
What an extraordinary life, even after the presidency. And a presidency that was very much misunderstood. Jaylen Brown for Sam Hauser. Quick three left side. Short. Celtics have missed a lot of shots short here. They've also taken 7 of their first 8 from 3. Long two, wide open is Nembhard. The Celtics defensive coverage has been atrocious here at the start. 14-5, Indiana by 9. This is looking like the starts the Celtics had earlier in the month when they were struggling. Jaylen Brown catches up, fakes the 3, drives past Nembhard, draws a double, kicks in the corner. Tatum steps to his left, pretty good look, but the 3 is way off. Back iron, and the rebound for Siakam.
Got him on the move.
Celtics 1 of 8 shooting 3s. Indiana's only taken 1, and that's their only miss. How bizarre is that? Indiana 7 of 7 inside the 3-point line. Shot clock at 7. Siakam. Hand off. Halliburton trying to turn the corner. Al gets there, so Halliburton settles for the 18-footer, but he knocks it down. And the Celtics are down double digits, 16-5.
And you don't even think of him shooting that particular jump shot coming off Halliburton.
Jaylen Brown out of the logo. Challenged by bump by Siakam. Moves it to Hauser. Hauser into the corner. Derek White launches and hits. That was a tough shot.
Yeah. Hand in the face.
16-8. And away from the ball, we get a whistle. Looks like Derek White fouled Turner. Turner is still walking oddly.
He twisted his ankle early in this game, stepped on somebody's foot, but then continued to go on. Is really basically trying to walk it off. There's somebody screaming behind me, "Bring in Pritchard!"
Is that what they sound like?
That's the thing.
Halliburton. Right-hand dribble. He's got a step on Jalen. Falls away at 18 feet. Really tough shot. No good. He kind of forced that. Al grabs the rebound. Boston with the ball down by 8 midway through the first. Jaylen Brown head of steam going into Matherin. Throws to the corner. Hauser deflects it all the way out towards Tatum. Tatum attacks the paint. Throws to the corner. Jalen relocates. Catches. Attacks the paint. Finger roll up and good. He turned the corner on Matherin and beat him easy.
They attack the rim like that.
5 straight for the Celtics. 16-10. Halliburton bounce pass. Siakam scoops and scores. Beats Derek White. Boy, the Pacers 9 of 11 to begin the game. Carving the Celtics up. 18-10. Derek White enters. Jaylen Brown kicks to the corner. Tatum. Clean look. Nope. Rebound for Siakam. Well, the Celtics have been consistent here. They've missed the tough shots and the open looks. They are 2 of 10 from 3 and away from the ball. Tatum fouls Turner in the paint.
Sometimes things go bad. So remember I screamed a minute ago how some birds said, "Bring in Pritchard." No, bring in Pritchard.
He'll come get Derek White.
He has become faster and faster, a fan favorite.
Al Horford got caught mouthing the words "Pritch, please" on the bench a few weeks ago, and now that sweatshirt and T-shirt are all over town. He has remarkably kept up those numbers, and I think the most amazing thing about it is that he's had nights where he hasn't shot the ball well, and he has earned the minutes on the floor by the way he has played.
He said that I have to do other things if I'm not scoring the basketball.
Jordan Walsh in as well. Celtics down by 8. Nembhard, long cross court. Jarris Walker attacks the paint. Al Horford reaches into the last second to try to slap the ball away. It's called for the foul. And that is already 14 fouls on the Celtics, and Indiana has not committed a single one.
Normally with this particular call, he comes in, I think he got more ball than anything else. When the ball goes down, normally they don't make that call when the ball goes up when you slap at it.
Jarris Walker, big highlight dunk against OKC on Thursday night in the front end of the back-to-back. Ben Shepherd checks in for Indiana as well as Walker hits the first free throw. Second one, bounces out. Tatum drops the rebound, and Nembhard comes up with it. That's ugly, but Tatum gets it back, stripping Walker. Tatum drives and fumbles it. It's slapped away out of bounds by Turner. Oh, they're giving it to Indiana. They absolutely got that one wrong. Now to the Celtics, are they going to have to burn a challenge? The officials are not going to correct it. Again, we're just going by naked eye, but...
Oh, yeah, it was. Tatum didn't lose that basketball. Guy hit it from behind.
So Indiana gets an extra possession out of it, leading by 9 here midway through the first. Nembhard, right-hand dribble. Uses the Turner screen, gets to the free throw line, jumper bounces out, rebound. Jalen can't grab it, Tatum does.
Grab it!
Rebounds were 9-2 to start in favor of Indiana. Here's Al Horford on the block, working against the smaller man. Now the double team comes late from Jarris Walker. Jalen attacks. Al shovels it to him. He spins and scores. Celtics down 7, 19-12. Halliburton goes down by Pritchard, throws back out to Nembhard. Nembhard moving to his right, turns the corner on Jaylen Brown, scoops it up and in. That could have been N1. 21-12, Indiana by 9. 4:56 to go first quarter. Tatum's got it. A rough start here for Jason Tatum. Behind the back bounce pass for Jaylen Brown. Gets the hands down to Nembhard and rips the three. Nembhard's been great this year on defense, but you got to get your hands up. 21-15. Halliburton drives, drop back to Turner. Loves that trail 3. High arcing jumper. It's no good. Al Horford has the rebound. Boston with the ball down 6. Pritchard, offensive end, slowed down by Ben Shepherd. Drop back to Horford and to Pritchard. Over the shoulder pass. Al had a pretty good look. Then he's going to drive, attack, scoop, and score. Rick Carlisle on that short leash says, whoa. 4:22 to go, opening quarter. Indiana 21, Boston 17 on the BetMGM. 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory-tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary milk bone comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More Dog. Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's... Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBo-YEAH or visit mybo.com.
You scaled the sheer cliff face, battling frostbite, running low on oxygen. The wind pierced your skin, and every inch was agony. You reached heights no other human had before, while getting nowhere at airport security. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling action titles on Audible.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Looks to inbound. It comes into Cole Anthony. Anthony on the attack. Anthony turns the corner. Off the glass. He banked it in. Do you believe in miracles?
Well, how about a 22-4 closing run for Orlando this afternoon? They come back and they steal that game for the Brooklyn Nets. Really good story going on down there. Orlando wins again without their two big stars. Miles Turner drives, puts it off the glass, no good, but he was fouled on his way in. Indiana trying to add to a 4-point lead here with 4:09 to go in the first.
Well, the thing that you realize with the Orlando team is regardless of what happens with their player, their coach has had them play hard each and every night. And even when they're down, they've come back and they've been successful and won some real key games.
Celtics basketball brought to you by Amica Insurance. At Amica, they build a game plan with you in mind. Visit Amica.com today to learn more about Amica's award-winning customer service. Luke Cornett will come get Al Horford. We'll have to wait for that landmark 3 if we get it tonight. Now available tonight, the second game. It's a 2-game series, not a back-to-back. Celtics have a brutal back-to-back next week. Thursday in Minneapolis, Friday in Houston. The Rockets have been a top 5 team for most of the year. Turner gets 1 of 2 from the line. Jaylen Brown has the rebound, gets fouled by Jarris Walker for no particular reason in the backcourt. Going for a steal he didn't need. Indiana by 5.
Well, one thing I noticed late in that basketball game, the last one the Celtics played against the Pacers, was that Walker seemed to get upset. And he was going at Brown each and every time.
Peyton Pritchard, left-hand dribble coming strong in the paint, gets the mid-block, short jumper, no good. Peyton's missing a lot of shots he's been making all year. Celtics 7 of 16, Indiana 10 of 14. Walker leans in, awkward flip shot, trying to go off contact, no good. Rebound Cornett. I'm not crazy. If I'm Rick Carlisle, I'm not crazy about some of these decisions and shots that Walker is taking. Boston down 5. Jaylen Brown Floats into Sam Hauser. He is wide open. 3 in the air switch. He needed to see one go down like that.
Give him that pick and roll and he picks and pops. Can be effective.
Halliburton attacks over the shoulder pass. Turner going to swing it to the near side. Walker for 3. No good. Rebound. Cornette pulls it away from Pritchard. Boston only down 2 now after falling behind by 11 earlier in the quarter. Peyton Pritchard stops on T.J. McConnell. The doppelganger matchup is back. Pritchard and McConnell. Jaylen Brown hounded by Shepard. Drives, throws back out to Pritchard. Deep 3, right side. Got it. That did not take long. Celtics on an 18-6 run to grab the lead after falling behind by 11. Or Rick Carlisle just dealing those timeouts. 23-22, Boston in front, 9 minutes in.
Well, when you think about playing a game like this, Rick Carlisle believes in this one thing about take the momentum away. Bill Fitch was very much like that. The coach he came in with in first time. He said, when you get that momentum going, you want to kind of put that fire out and kind of recharge yourself or recheck yourself. And the Celtics have done it. Every time you see Rick Carlisle's teams, that's exactly what they do. You go on the run, Rick Carlisle doesn't care about those timeouts. He's going to use them to try to put the fire out.
Somebody tweeted an amazing stat. We were talking about President Carter, who passed away earlier today at the age of 100. Babe Ruth hit 350 home runs while Jimmy Carter was alive. Ponder that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that means Mr. Carter has his span of living was unparalleled when you think about the American president and who he was. And the internet has had him buried and gone. I can count at least 6 or 7 times.
His rise couldn't have happened any other way because the country was coming out of the Watergate scandal. It was the beginning of the era when nobody trusted any politicians, and here was a peanut farmer from Georgia and the governor of that state who really came out of nowhere. A very grassroots campaign and became the president, beating Gerald Ford in 1976. Halliburton out on the left side, hounded by Pritchard. Push pass for T.J. McConnell, swung right side. Walker against Jordan Walsh. Jordan Walsh holds his position, forces Walker into a step-back 3, no good. Rebound Pritchard. Really liking what I'm starting to see out of Jordan Walsh here.
Amazing.
Jaylen Brown, step back, pump fake on Turner, goes to Hauser. Wanted to go the give and go, but that was taken away. So Hauser brings it back out, moves it to Jaylen left side against Halliburton. Jaylen Brown spinning, driving, scoops it to the corner. Bad pass by Jaylen Brown. He threw it past Jordan Walsh. Jaylen was a little bit out of control there, trying to force it.
I happened to be on stage with Jimmy Carter in 1976. He came to Charlotte. And
while he was running?
While he was running. And he got on stage and he said, I like cornbread. I really like cornbread. And I didn't even know who he was. I'm like, where am I on this stage? What am I doing here? So I have crossed American presidents myself.
And your famous interaction, Siakam drops the pass. Picked up by Jaylen Brown. He drives in on Siakam, reverses it up, no good. Siakam just slaps down hard on Jaylen to commit the foul, and Jaylen Brown will go to the free throw line here with Boston up 1. And 2:07 to go. It's going to be another double-digit first quarter scoring for Jaylen Brown. You, of course, famously met another Democratic president from the South during the playoff series in Milwaukee in 2018.
And also walked out on the guy who's going to be the president.
Yes, he did.
You know, was here at the Garden, and it's like, oh, man, this is really cool. No, I'm tired. I'm going to go home.
You got to catch. You're not as great at storytelling sometimes. You leave out some of the details. The first story, obviously, is Jaylen missed the first free throw, was that you met Bill Clinton, who was at the Milwaukee.
He was telling that Bill Clinton. I wasn't. I said, I'm going on to another
in 2004, Max left the Democratic convention earlier before the junior senator from Illinois came to speak. And nobody really knew who he was. And Max was like, I don't know who this guy is. I'm leaving.
Put your hand in my back and use me as... You've been a ventriloquist.
Hey, Max, when it comes to storytelling, climb on mine.
Oh, like, wow.
And, of course, so Max in the wrong place at the wrong time that night, and then 9 years later in the Boston Marathon, you were in the wrong place at the absolute wrong time. Jaylen misses both free throws, so no double-digit first quarter, and Pacers come down to T.J. McConnell. Had a rough night here the other night. Banks one in from the free throw line, so the Pacers suddenly have the lead. Celtics up to 50% from the floor with the 2 missed free throws for Jalen. He pushes off on Siakam and drops the ball. Jalen a couple of turnovers. Lead for McConnell. McConnell shovel pass to the trailer. Siakam kicks it out to the corner. Shepard lines up a 3 and knocks it down. Great counter punch here from Indiana in between the missed free throws and the turnover by Jalen Brown. Indiana's regained the lead up by 4, 27-23. 1:25 to go in the first. Pritchard moves it to Jalen in the corner. Left-hand dribble. They double on him. Return to Pritchard. Another 3 from the right side. You bet.
Why would you walk away from that guy once he crosses half court? I don't understand it.
Couple of threes. Pritchard and Hauser both making their shots tonight. And the Celtics are back within 1. 27-26. McConnell. He's not going to shoot from there. Return to Siakam. Deep on the right side. Now McConnell. Looking for the opening, attacks the paint, finds the cutter. It's Shepard, muscles it up. No good. Rebound, Cornette. Cornette held his ground, forced Shepard into a bad shot. And here's Pritchard, ducking the shoulders, driving strong. No shot available against Mathurin, so he throws the bounce pass out to Jalen Brown. He was trying to go for that quick 2-for-1. We're down to 38 seconds to go in the quarter. Celtics looking to regain the lead. Jalen switches to the left hand, step back 3, left wing. Ooh. Yes!
Good God almighty. He had ice on that one.
Celtics missed their first 3 from distance, now 7 of their last 12, and they lead 29-27. 15 on the shot clock, 24 on the game clock as we count it down in another big first quarter for Jalen Brown. He's got 12. Tatum, by the way, has not scored. McConnell, a rare launch of a 3. He aimed it, and it's no good. Celtics will get the last shot here with 10 seconds to go. McConnell now 7 of 23 on the year from distance. Jalen Brown, bounce pass from Pritchard, deep on the left side, pull up 3. No good, back iron. Siakam the rebound as the first quarter comes to an end. The Celtics dug themselves an 11-point hole. They could not make a shot. They were committing turnovers left and right. Jason Tatum did not score, and yet they had the lead anyway at the end of 1 at the Garden. Boston 29, Indiana 27. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
You scaled the sheer cliff face, battling frostbite, running low on oxygen. The wind pierced your skin, and every inch was agony. You reached heights no other human had before, while getting nowhere at airport security. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling action titles on Audible.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's... Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBo-YEAH or visit mybo.com.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Celtics will take a 2-point lead into the second quarter here after falling behind by as many as 11 in the first quarter in Game 2 of this series against the Indiana Pacers. Celtics basketball presented by Ford F-150. The first quarter is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and Ford F-Series, #1 selling pickup and #1 truck in brand loyalty. Jordan Walsh hounding Mathurin. Deep on the right side. Trying to switch to the left hand, fumble the ball, and Jordan Walsh rips him off. Jordan Walsh been really good defensively here. Derek White, the lead for Jordan Walsh, attacks. Hands to Cornette under the basket. Cornette turns. Jump hook is no good. And a rebound for Jarris Walker. Cornette hesitated to attack the small under the rim Mathurin and paid the price. Thomas Bryant finds Siakam. Return to Thomas Bryant. He's going to launch a three. Nope. And the rebound for Cornette.
Hesitated, then didn't want to take that shot. Finally just looked up and said, what the heck?
Indiana hit their first 8 twos in this game, but they're now 1 of 7 from 3. Tatum, tough follow-away three. It's no good offensive rebound. Jordan Walsh, but over the body of Mathurin, who he threw to the ground to get the rebound.
Tatum struggling so far in this game. Has some good looks. He's a couple to get him out of that funk. Boy, they are daring TJ to take the shot.
Which he does after dribbling to the free throw line. He still misses. Luke Cornette the rebound. That's the NBA now. It's a game of pick your poison and target the guy that shoots the worst. Pritchard drives, spins in the baseline. He threw to the far corner. Did he step out of bounds or did he get fouled on the dish off? He got fouled.
Indiana fouls number 26
on Ben Shepard. Celtics will play remarkably their 10th home game of the month of December. Tuesday afternoon here against the Toronto Raptors, the traditional New Year's Eve afternoon game. And then it gets real quickly. Derek White picks up his dribble, goes to Tatum left side. Tatum driving on Shepard, dribbles behind his back, pump fake into the contact, shot bounces out, but he just yo-yoed Ben Shepard around.
If you have an opportunity and the guy is very aggressive, if you show him the ball, his body's moving one way, you want to go right to the body with the shot. And if you're struggling to shoot the basketball, if you take them out, you want to go to the line.
And get his first point of the night with 10:39 to go in the first half.
Once find out, they will find a way they're going to score on you.
Brunson got 55 last night, and he did not score in the entire second quarter for New York. Even crazier still is Tibbs just playing those guys those huge minutes on the second night of the back-to-back in an overtime game. 31-27. Orlando keeps the pressure on. They come from behind and beat Brooklyn tonight. Driving Mathurin, floater with the right hand, no good. Rebound comes right back to him, and he puts it up and in.
Mathurin, boy, he is strong. I've seen him get inside and jump up against bigger players and just out-muscle them.
Once they get all those Nats together, Mathurin, Nembhard, and they get Aaron Nesmith back, got to figure they still got a great chance to be a playoff team and avoid that play-in. Tatum enters for Cornette, threw it away. Too tall for him. Fourth Boston turnover. Nembhard. Offensive end, lobs on the inside. Siakam against Jordan Walsh. Siakam turns, muscles it up, no good. They're calling the foul on Jordan Walsh, who's saying that Siakam elbowed him. But you know who's getting that call.
Siakam is a, look at this offhand. Ooh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
I might challenge that. I know you're not, but boy, he went right into the jaw with the elbow there.
This is, we talked before the game to Joe Mazzulla about how the schedule and injuries create different opportunities. And we're seeing some really good stuff, which could come back to pay big dividends for Jordan Walsh.
And Celtics could benefit, especially when you think about having wing players. Guys, now the game is really a wing guy game. So if you have him in a position where he can come in, he can score the basketball, do some things like that, it's going to be really positive to give your bigger guys opportunities to rest.
Jaylen Brown is on the bench.
I have no idea.
He's pretending to shoot. He has a ball in his hand like a fifth grader would, you know, at the YMCA, just practicing his shot with a real ball.
I've never seen that before.
While sitting on the bench.
I've never seen that on the bench before.
Siakam gets the free throws. We're tied at 31 with 9:51 to go in the first half. Celtics trail by as many as 11. Derek White zips an entry to Tatum. Tatum double teamed in the paint, gets fouled on a reach in.
If you are struggling again to score the basketball, go in the paint, get some bumps, get some harm, use your length, use your size, and go to the free throw line.
It never, ever gets discussed. But Jason Tatum's basketball IQ is outrageously high.
Yes. I think it's IQ altogether. And what I've liked about him over these years, to watch him grow not only as a father, but just a spokesman. When you hear him talk, he's so much more confident about what he needs to say and what he wants to say.
He misses the second free throw, rebounds Siakam. Celtics have missed half of their 6 free throws, but they have to lead anyway, 32-31. 9:34 to go in the first half. Nembhard over the shoulder pass. Bryant swings to Matherin, then sets the screen for him. Matherin turns the corner, drives, floats it up, blocked by Cornette, but the rebound comes right down to Bryant, who throws it down with 2 hands. Bryant lets out a big-time yell, but Cornette blocked the shot, but that took him out of position to grab the loose ball. Indiana with the lead, 33-32. 9:15 to go in the first half. Derek White, bounce pass for Jason Tatum deep on the left side. Nembhard reaching in. Tatum trying to keep him at bay. Wants Pritchard to pop 3. He does. Pritchard catches straight away. Gets a little Luke Cornette screen. Zips it to the far corner. Waiting. Open. Walsh 3. Nope. And the rebound for Shepard.
Great pass all the way to the floor.
Nembhard, great bounce pass lead to Thomas Bryant for the 2-hand slam. Timeout, Joe Mazzulla. Nembhard threads the needle.
Man, put that one on the rope. Rope-a-dope.
Little 8-1 run for the Pacers, and they are back in front. 8:54 to go first half. Indiana 35, Boston 32. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory-tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary Milk Bone Comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More Dog. Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
You sailed beyond the horizon in search of an island scrubbed from every map. You battled krakens. You navigated through storms. Your spade struck the lid of a long-lost treasure chest, while you cooked up a lasagna. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling adventure stories on Audible.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Well, we got a halftime. Sean Silver will update John scores from around the NFL on this somewhat busy Sunday. Obviously, you get all those Christmas games and the Saturday games. There wasn't as much to choose from. The NFL today, Orlando, remarkable finish. They're writing a great story down there with their 2-star players out. A 22-4 close to the game after trailing by 17.
Even to add on a little bit more, the other Wagner brother, who has been key to what they're doing off the bench, tore his knee up. He's going to be out for the year. This is kind of unreal.
Brooklyn scored 4 points in the final 7:16 of that game. Orlando came back to win, keeping pressure on the Knicks, who are keeping pressure on the Celtics. Just a game and a half. New York is behind Boston. Mias Queta in the game for the first time. Celtics go a little bit bigger here. Derek White up fakes on Nembhard. Boston down 3 as White drives, runs it off the glass and in. He was looking for an and one. Instead, he made a very tough shot. Derek White is 2 for 2. Very high degree of difficulty on both shots. He's had a rough December shooting the ball. He and Drew Holiday both.
I like this matchup.
Siakam attacking Queta, steps back at the elbow. His jumper is true.
Boy, and that's the thing about it. If you get Queta moving, he has a hard time getting erect again.
Siakam had that strange year against the Celtics last year, but he actually played well. He had kind of Jokic numbers in terms of plus-minus against Boston last year. Tatum, skip pass into the left corner. Pritchard waiting up, makes the 3 on Shepard. Dribbles low, into the paint, step back, tough shot from the circle is good.
Hit him with the body, knocked him away.
Celtics are getting some shot making from Peyton Pritchard and Sam Hauser here in the first quarter, which they haven't gotten lately. Nembhard, pressure by Jordan Walsh. Nembhard loses them, but help from Pritchard, forces the kick out. Siakam swings to Shepard. Jordan Walsh runs at him, so Shepard steps to his left, misses the 3, and the rebound.
Thomas
hit
Bryant.
Queta, went out of bounds, but Thomas Bryant fouled Queta.
Push in the back, 2 hands. Easy call to see on the outside. Thomas Bryant is saying something to the officials like I didn't do it. Yes, you did.
You know what he said? They're laughing about it. What Thomas Bryant is saying, if I'm seeing that right, I've seen enough of these. Scott Twardowski, he's saying, you look at that at halftime and tell me I'm wrong. And the officials, you don't realize that. Officials go back and they look at plays from the first half. That's what they do at halftime.
Yeah, they would have looked at some technical during the 80s.
Yeah.
Here you go. Take this with you. I mean, I remember saying that to one of the officials one time. Call a bad call, and I said, no, this isn't a good call. It was a bad call. He turned around, gave me a technical. I said, still doesn't make it a good call. Gave me another technical. He didn't go back and look at the replay. He said, you're out of here.
See how that time you told the whole story? You
were quiet and you listened.
No, because you actually told the story. You didn't need me to come in from the bullpen. And
you were waiting.
Tatum, hand off to Tatum. Can't get it to him because Nembhard grabbed a hold of Tatum as he was trying to fight through a screen. Now that, looking up at the scoreboard, you never know. That's 5. Yeah, Indiana's over the limit with 7:27 to go in the first half. Max, haven't I told you for years to attack the paint and get the other team in foul trouble? And it's exactly what the Celtics have done.
Happens like that sometimes. I mean, wasn't that the same thing I was saying about, yeah, maybe you might want to guard Maxey here? And, layup.
Richard comes out a +7 in this game. Tatum got the first free throw, but this one may not count because they blew the play down.
I think what happened, they were standing, Horford and Siakam were standing in the wrong place. I think that's what happened.
And Joe Mazzulla is getting explained to him. A little ref-splaining going on.
Replay will be utilized to determine the correct free throw shooter.
Oh, they're saying that it wasn't Tatum that got fouled.
That's interesting. Clearly, it looked like Tatum got beat up going towards the basket.
What the Pacers were saying was that Nembhard ran into Keita. So they will sort this out. You want to tell any more stories? This is a good chance to do it.
No, this is part of the story I'll tell now. This is part of my life I'll never get back. I got these seconds, and I'm getting close to the new year, and you're using this.
We are now, we're in the 99% plus through 2024. Do you realize in a day and a half, we will be halfway through the decade. We will be closer to the year 2050 than the year 2000.
Okay.
It's one of those things, like whenever someone says, hey, this thing happened 30 years ago, and you're thinking, oh, that must have been in the 70s sometime, and you realize 30 years ago was, about to be 1995. When it's the year you became one of the voices of the Celtics.
Well, think about it this way. When Prince made that song 1999,
after review, the correct free throw shooter will be number 88.
Oh, it is Keita. Oh, okay. Come here, Pacers. This is they're going on percentages here. That's what Rick Carlisle was barking about.
After the video review, it's been determined that Neemias Queta was fouled. He'll be shooting 2.
Charlie Palladino makes the announcement, and this happened. It was way away from the rim, but because the Pacers are over the limit, it results in free throws, which is why the Pacers made an issue of it. So they would have Keita shooting the free throws and not Tatum.
Okay. That's how this works. Percentages.
And it worked. Keita missed the first one. Of course, Tatum missed one earlier, and Rick Carlisle wanted Keita to shoot free throws because he can't find Perk at the end of the bench to do it.
Oh, goodness. Perk's story will always live. Why are they looking at me?
Would you like to fill in the details on that story?
Well, you open it up. I just said why they're looking at me.
Keita gets 1 of 2. We're tied at 37. Game 6 in 2005. Out in Indiana, the Celtics actually won that game to force Game 7. Halliburton can't get that 3 away. Al Horford jumps in his path. Halliburton is determined to get it, so he steps back away from Horford, takes the rainbow 3, and knocks it down. Well, he wanted to shoot so badly.
Maybe Halliburton is back. They need that from him being effective.
Halliburton 4 of 5 in this first half. He was pretty good here. The Pacers generally were not. Shot making, he was pretty good. That's just the second 3 for Indiana. They're up by 3 despite the big advantage. They enter into Tatum, and Tatum had the ball knocked away. Thought he got fouled at the rim. Siakam lead for Halliburton the other way. It's been a rough one for Tatum here in the first half. Halliburton out of the wing, uses the Siakam screen to try to attack Keita. Pump fake, steps through, throws to the far corner. Jarris Walker sets himself and knocks down a 3. And there was a foul away from the ball. Looks like Keita fouled Halliburton as the 3 was being made.
Caden's had a rough game here. Normally they don't make that particular call. Once that goes in, they don't even think about it. But he pushed him in the back with a hand.
And this could be 7 quick points for Indiana to break the tie. And as you can tell, it's gotten very, very quiet in here. So when Paul Pierce was famously ejected from Game 6, he had been fouled in the battle in the scrum that started before he got ejected. So with him out of the game, Indiana got to pick who was going to shoot the free throws, and Kendrick Perkins wasn't playing at all at that point. Carlos said, you go shoot it.
Why are you looking at me?
Burke with it. We were lucky Burke had a uniform on when he took the warm-ups off, and of course he missed both free throws. 43-37, Indiana by 6 as Halliburton missed the free throw. Jaylen Brown switches to the left hand, bumps Nembhard away, floats it up, and gets the bounce.
I love where Perk said it though. Perk said, I'm a man. I'm ready to take these free throws. Knees were about to fall.
Nembhard down the right side, pump fake on Caden, jumps into him to create the contact, and we'll get free throws.
Boy,
they are going right at Caden.
That's his second, 14th foul.
Yep, he took the pump fake. He jumped forward.
Yeah, as a young player, you learn some things, and boy, they have exposed him defensively. Has enough with this kid, the way he gets you jerky and around.
Celtics are shooting 50%. They had a rough start in this game. Remember, with Nembhard on the floor, essential this year to oversimplify. With Nembhard on the floor, Indiana has been the equivalent of the second-best defensive team in the league. With Nembhard off the floor, they've been 29th out of 30.
I don't think Tatum has scored a basket today.
He has not.
They should have been free throws.
3 of 4 from the free throw line, 0 for 5 from the floor. Indiana by 6, 45-39. Midway through the second. Derek White enters to Jaylen Brown. He's in alone. Two-hand slam. He got in behind Halliburton.
Oh, timeout. Break the momentum.
After the Celtics score 2 points in a row. 5:53 to go first half. Indiana 45, Boston 41. Brett Carlisle's the one extending your life. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
You sailed beyond the horizon in search of an island scrubbed from every map. You battled krakens. You navigated through storms. Your spade struck the lid of a long-lost treasure chest, while you cooked up a lasagna. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling adventures.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's... Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBo-YEAH or visit mybo.com.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Celtics down 4 midway through quarter number 2. At TD Garden, Brex is proud to be the official corporate card of the Boston Celtics. Brex cards help over 25,000 companies, but not Max. Make every dollar count. Learn more at Brex.com/grow. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Boston, the home of the Celtics, Bruins, Rams, and Patriots. Boston's home for sports is the Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station.
Randy Max at TD Garden in the Mika Insurance broadcast booth. Bruins won the second half of their home-and-home with Columbus here last night. Celtics trying to sweep the Pacers. these two-game series. These teams split the two-game series at Indiana last January. This game where Halliburton got hurt. And we know we're going to see 4 more games between the two. Bad entry, overshoots Turner, but he was being held by Jaylen Brown. So they will call a foul. That should put the Celtics over the limit. So we didn't get enough free throws on Friday night to extend Max's time here at work. We're going to get them now. Both teams are over the limit with 5:41 to go in the first half.
Yeah, Brown, that was one of the first plays that they went down with Turner on the inside against Brown, posting him up, using that big body to Turner and get an easy shot. But bigs now, they've so much to the point where they want to get out beyond that three-point line. Don't shoot free throws anymore.
Turner gets the first free throw. Atlanta up 8 at Toronto. Late in the second quarter, the Raptors will fly to Boston tomorrow in advance of the Tuesday afternoon game to close out the calendar year. Toronto really struggling. Not really a surprise. They are 7-24. Free throw's good for Turner. Indiana had an 11-point lead early, fell behind. Now they're back up by 6. Tatum finds Pritchard for a quick 3 for the wing. And Peyton Pritchard's shot is back. They've been 7 of 29 shooting threes his last 4. Halliburton drives, goes to that right-hand floater up and good, and then stares down the officials looking for an and one that does not come. 49-44. Halliburton is 5 of 6. He's got 11. Jaylen Brown looking around in the paint, throws back out to Horford. Touch pass in the corner. Pritchard open again. 3 again. Note to self. Guard Peyton Pritchard. He is 4 of 5 from distance. He's up to 14 points. Celtics only down 2 now. They swing around to an open Walker, and he knocks down a 3.
Brown got hit in the eye.
Pacers 4 of 11 from 3. Celtics 9 of 20. Don't see the Celtics shoot 45% from 3 and trail very often. Pritchard had an opening, starts his drive, flips it back out to Jaylen Brown. Brown against Nembhard. Return to Pritchard. Matherin on him. Pritchard switches to the right hand. Ducks the shoulder. Drives to the dotted line. Bumps, creates a little fall away at 10 feet, and he hits that too. This is crazy. Crazy what this kid's doing. 16 for Peyton Pritchard. 52-49, Indiana by 3. Switching to the left hand, driving Nembhard, scoops and scores, beating Al Horford.
Boy, Nembhard, tough kid, man. But he goes right back at you.
Pacers shoot 58% from the floor. They lead by 5. 4:01 to go first half. Pritchard finds Al Horford. He's open, right side 3. Short, front iron to the rebound for Nembhard. Al is 0 for 3 from distance. Nembhard towards Eris Walker. Walker pulls up. Jaylen Brown couldn't get there in time, but Walker knocks down another 3. And the Pacers have it back to 8. Indiana shooting 60% from the floor.
10 up only by 8. And Tatum has not scored a basket yet.
Tatum is 0 for 5. Celtics down 57-49. Tatum looking for an opening. Attacks the paint. Shovel pass. Derek White reverses it up and in.
Tatum's getting some assists, though.
5 assists for Jason Tatum. Boy, Nembhard stumbles. Coming in on Al Horford. He's lucky he didn't mess up his knee on that one. Enters to Turner. Double team comes. They want Turner to get rid of it. He does to Jarris Walker. Walker dribbles into 16 feet. Jumper over Horford is good. Boy, Jarris Walker having a really nice first half. 12 off the Indiana bench. Pacers have led the NBA in bench scoring in the last 2 years. 59-51. Indiana by 8. Celtics just cannot get a stop. Really rough defensive night. Tatum steps to his right. Straightaway 3. Nope. Offensive rebound. Guess who? Peyton Pritchard. Runs to the left corner. Beats Turner. Attacks the baseline. Pump fake. Kick out. Open. Tatum puts it to the floor. Finds Horford. Horford going to take the straightaway 3. That one circles the rim. No good. The rebound for Nembhard.
Guys hesitating with the shot.
Jarris Walker into the front court. Lead into the corner. Halliburton steps to his left. Here's that rainbow 3. Nope. And the rebound for Jaylen Brown. Celtics down 8. Jaylen, offensive end. Switches to the right hand on Walker. Kick out Tatum. Right side 3. Finally. First bucket for Jason Tatum comes with 2:08 to go in the first half. 59-53. Indiana by 6. Turner. Step back 20-footer over Horford. Short front iron. Horford has the rebound. Boston with the ball down 6. 1:55 to go first half. Tatum. Offensive end. Dribbling slowly. Behind the Horford screen. Has a straightaway 3. Short front iron to the rebound. Turner almost dropped it out of bounds. But Jason Tatum is 1 for 8. 0 for 6 from 3. Halliburton puts it in the hands of Nembhard. Pritchard in front of him. Shot clock at 10. Final 92 seconds first half. Nembhard drives, throws his head back, banks it in, scoring the foul.
I'm more and more impressed every time I see him. His ability to get towards the basket, get the contact, get the harm, get the foul, count it and 1, and the Pacers moving on.
There's no timeout here. Players are wandering to the bench. The Celtics did not challenge. There's a delay here. It's a Jaylen Brown has a contact lens issue. That's the delay. Nobody's called timeout.
Well, we did see one thing. Pacing. The one thing we did see, Tatum did score, and you and I looked at it. We thought it was a 3, but it was just a 2. Obviously, his foot must have been on the line. But they never even called a 3 from the public address guy.
They signaled 3 on the court and then changed it. 3-point play, though, the other way for Nembhard, and now the Celtics are down by 9 with 1.5 minutes to go. So Tatum is still 0 for 6 from 3. Jaylen Brown, the free throws really killed the Celtics in the game here on Christmas Day. Jaylen turns the corner, drives on Nembhard. Kick out, Al Horford, corner 3, nope. Rebound Siakam. Al Horford 0 for 5 from distance. Pacers can regain the double-digit lead here. Nembhard, tricky dribble, pump fake, and Jaylen Brown has to foul him. Nembhard is going wherever he wants to go. I told you he was going to make a big difference in this game, and he has.
How many fouls did they on Brown, though?
3 on Jaylen Brown.
That was probably even more critical, the fact he beat you going towards the basket. I thought he'd do something on the defensive end, but offensively he's been really good.
14 for Nembhard.
I love guys who look like they've been there before, who understand, look, hey, you know what? I'm supposed to be doing this.
Second free throw bounces out. Tatum has the rebound. Indiana by 10. I got the Pacers for 26 points in the final 6 minutes of this first half. They lead 63-53. Tatum for Jaylen Brown. Straight away, this little Horford screen. Dribbling low. Got Nembhard on his shoulder. Jaylen bolts his way in, forces one from 12 feet, and he banks it in. He got lucky.
Whew. I mean, bodies all over him then.
Jaylen's got 18 on 8 of 10 shooting, keeping the Celtics afloat. The rest of the Celtics are 13 of 30. Pacers by 8. 2 for 1 here. Halliburton steps past Jaylen Brown, who can't foul. Beats Derek White, scoops it up and in. 38-point second quarter here for Indiana, and they lead by 10.
I don't know if I want to get Jaylen Brown out of this game.
Derek White, offensive end. Celtics want to shoot quick here. Horford returns to Derek White, but they're not going to. Pacers took that away. Little subtle winning plays made by Indiana all throughout this first half. Jaylen Brown looking for an opening, dribbles to the free throw line, kick back to Derek White, pump fake on to 3 over Halliburton, missed it. Long rebound comes to Tatum in the corner. Celtics will have to shoot here. 9 on the shot clock, 11 on the game clock after the offensive rebound for Tatum. Tatum against Halliburton. Tatum switches to the right hand, attacks, bounce past Derek White, kick out. Pritchard relocates and hits a 3.
Needed that one.
Whew. Pritchard has kept the Celtics afloat. Siakam puts it in the hands of Nembhard. He launches a 3 from half court. It was too late anyway, and that'll do it for the first half. Peyton Pritchard, 19 off the Boston bench. But the Celtics trail by 7 at the break. Coming up, Sean Silver scores from around the NBA. Big comeback for Orlando tonight. They did it to Miami earlier on this homestand. They do it late to Brooklyn today. Scores from the NFL on this busy Sunday, and then back here at the Garden for the Celtics in a hole of their own making. The Pacers shoot 58% in the first half, and they lead by 7. 65-58 Indiana halftime on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Where'd you get those shoes? DSW has all the shoes you need for whatever you're into. You know, like running shoes that give new meaning to personal best. Or everyday sneakers that make coffee runs look cool. Basically, DSW has all the best styles from the brands that always get it right. Like Nike, Brooks, Timberland, and more. Oh yeah, did we mention they also happen to be the perfect price? Find a shoe for every you at your DSW store and DSW.com.
Hey
it's so. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey! Tullamore Jew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
Home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Tatum against Halliburton. Tatum switches to the right hand, attacks, bounce pass, Derek White, kick out. Pritchard relocates and hits a three.
Needed that one.
Whew. Pritchard has kept the Celtics afloat.
And Peyton Pritchard, the leading scorer in this game, he has indeed, as Grandy said there, kept the Celtics in this one. The C's trailing 65-58 midway through the contest. And welcome into our Waltham studios. I'm Sean Silver with your Celtics halftime. Celtics smoked the Pacers Friday night at the Garden. Jaylen Brown took control in that one. He had early control in this game, but Indiana a lot more plucky tonight. Andrew Nembhard back in the fold for Indy. Jason Tatum pretty much a missing person in the first half of this one for Boston. And some of that accounting for the 7-point deficit that the Celtics are facing. Tatum, 5 points on 1 of 8 shooting, 0 of 6 from downtown. He has made 3 of 4 free throws and distributed 5 assists. But let's go back before we go forward in this one. In the first quarter, the C's shooting bricks early. Indiana had a comfy cushion, but Peyton Pritchard and the Celtics quickly snatched that away.
Jaylen Brown, hounded by Shepard. Drives, throws back out to Pritchard. Deep three, right side. Got it. That did not take long. Celtics on an 18-6 run to grab the lead after falling behind by 11. And Rick Carlisle just dealing those timeouts.
Who is it? Jerry Reed, when you're hot, and when you're not, you're not. And the C's were hot for a little bit of that first quarter, just enough to take the lead and close the first quarter with a 2-point advantage. Jaylen Brown putting his stamp on the opening 12 minutes.
Celtics looking to regain the lead. Jaylen switches to the left hand, step back three, left wing. Yes!
Good God, he had ice on that one.
Celtics missed their first 3 from distance, now 7 of their last 12.
A dozen for Jaylen in the game's opening stanza. He has 18 points at the half. In the second quarter, Indiana doing a lot of things well, shooting a high percentage, taking care of the rock, controlling the boards. It would be a 38-point quarter for Indiana.
Halliburton puts it in the hands of Nembhard. Pritchard in front of him. Shot clock at 10. Final 92 seconds first half. Nembhard drives, throws his head back, banks it in, score to the foul.
I'm more and more impressed every time I see him.
14 for Nembhard in the opening half here for Indiana. And with the score of 65-58, let's take a look at our box score right now. Peyton Pritchard, as we mentioned, leading the C's with 19 points, a 7 of 9 shooting, 5 of 6 from deep. He's also collected 3 rebounds, 18 points for Jaylen Brown on 8 of 10 from the field, 2 of 4 from downtown. Missed both of his free throw attempts, 3 rebounds, 4 assists for JB as well. But Jason Tatum, like we said, 5 points on 1 out of 8. Not a whole lot of other support there. Derek White does have 7-6 for Sam Hauser, who was thrust into a starting role tonight for Indiana. The 14 points for Nembhard lead the way. He was 5 of 7 from the field, has made 4 of 5 at the line, 3 rebounds, 3 assists for him. Tyree Halliburton joins in with 13 points, 5 assists as well for Halliburton. He shot it very well, 6 of 8. Indiana 58% in the first half. Made 5 of 14 threes. That's a 36% clip. 10 of 14 from the line. 71% at the charity stripe. Celtics shooting at 52% in the first half, 37% from deep, 10 out of 27, 4 of 8 at the charity stripe. Indiana, however, winning that rebound battle 23-18. They've taken better care of the basketball with 3 turnovers to Boston's 4. The Celtics have dished out 16 assists to 13 for Indiana, and we've got a 7-point deficit for the Seas. Let's see if they can close it up in the second half. I'm Sean Silver. Have your headlines coming up. Then we'll send it back to Grandy and Max for the call of the second half on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary milk bone comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More Dog. Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Jew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York.
Hey, it's Maz. Are you tired of spending money repairing your heating or AC system year over year? Well, stop the cycle of costly repairs with Rodenheiser Home Services' Fix It Forward program. Just show Rodenheiser any past repair bill, and they'll apply up to $550 as a down payment toward a brand new energy-efficient heating or AC system. And the repair bill can be from any HVAC company. Fix It Forward ends December 31st, so visit Rodenheiser.com/fixitforward to schedule a free consultation today. Nice people, great service since 1928.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Connect with Boston's Home for Sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com. Sports Hub headlines.
Scoreboards from around the league brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Earlier in the NBA, it was the Magic 102-101 over the Nets. The Magic a 34-18 fourth quarter advantage to take that game. The Nets also made a trade earlier, sending Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton to the LA Lakers in exchange for former All-Star D'Angelo Russell and a slew of draft picks. Elsewhere in progress, the Hawks lead the Raptors by 6 at the half. It's the Rockets Heat now up 1 over the Rockets early in that game, 13-12. Grizzlies with an early 11-2 run over the Thunder. That game in the first period. Spurs and Timberwolves later. In the NFL, bunch of games, even though we had some during Christmas and yesterday, whatever. But the Dolphins put away the Browns 20-3. That one just went final. Vikings trying to hold on for dear life over the Packers. They're up 27-25. Hit the 2-minute warning in the fourth. Earlier in this one, Bills over the Jets 40-14. The Giants might have lost the number 1 draft pick. They beat the Colts 45-33. Buccaneers 48-14 over the Panthers. Eagles 41-7 over the Cowboys. It was the Raiders with a win over the Saints, and the Jaguars with a win over the Titans. I'm Sean Silver. Sean Graney and Cedric Maxwell with the call of the second half coming up on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Scrub-Lay, la única escobilla limpia parabrisas de resistencia industrial que garantizará que eliminará residuos, lluvia, insectos, lodo de hielo y todo lo que encuentre. Scrub-Lay, la única escobilla limpia parabrisas que sigue el ritmo de la aventura. Ahora disponible en Walmart.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo, perfluorohexyloctane ophthalmic solution, is used to treat the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. It's the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. So eyes can find relief that's... Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-844-MyBo-YEAH or visit mybo.com.
You scaled the sheer cliff face, battling frostbite, running low on oxygen. The wind pierced your skin, and every inch was agony. You reached heights no other human had before, while getting nowhere at airport security. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling action titles on Audible.
You want to get the kids something different this year for the holidays, right? Well, no matter what you get them, you should power the toys with something that's definitely different. Duracell batteries with power boost ingredients. They're unlike any other battery. So to make sure Christmas morning goes great, get only Duracell batteries with power boost ingredients. Whoa. Does that happen every time I say Duracell with power boost ingredient? Nice. Try it with me. Duracell with power boost ingredients. Yes.
Jason Tatum plays here.
Zip the entry to Smart. No look, bounce pass to the cutter. Jason Tatum, who lays it up and in with the right hand. And the Celtics are dancing right now. They're Brogdon across half court. Nets fans headed for the exit. Tatum, pull-up three. Good night. You know what MVPs do? They still got 29 in the Tatum to the right. Pulls up on LeBron. They're isolated. Right side of the floor. Tatum spins on the baseline. Turns. Fades. Get it!
This is the home of the Celtics. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
This is Reliving the Green.
What a bat by DJ. 42 for Paul Pierce. A three-pointer for Danny Ainge. KG is locked and loaded tonight.
A look back at this date in Celtics history.
Pierce left alone. It's a three, and it's good. And the Celtics have their largest lead of the night. 2 on a shot clock. Ray Allen, tough three at the shot clock. Buzzer, and he drills it right down the middle. Sugar Ray buries a fall-away three, and the Celtics lead 98-95. Long rebound. Celtics will get to it. Pierce, and he gets it away to Tony Allen. Breakaway finish with a right-hand layup. And the Celtics, who have done everything there is to do in the NBA except one, come from behind in the fourth quarter to win. Now they've done that. They storm from 8 points down in the second half in Salt Lake City and score yet another impressive victory, 104-98. 17 years ago tonight, Celtics went to 25-3. They played 4 games in 5 nights out on the West Coast, and they swept that trip, which started in Seattle. It was a wild ride, obviously, the 08 championship. I remember that game vividly, and there's a reason most of you don't, because as it was going on, it was one of the games of the year in the league. Remember, Utah was the only team that really bludgeoned the Celtics that year. They came to Boston later with Darren Williams and beat the Celtics badly, handing them their worst loss of the year. But that game that night, the reason nobody would remember, even a hardcore Celtics fan, because that at the same time, the Patriots were beating the Giants to go to 16-0 and finish the perfect season. Little did anyone know they would meet again, obviously, in the Super Bowl a few weeks later. Second half begins. Celtics had a rough defensive first half, trail by 7, 65-58. Halliburton drives finger roll with the right hand up and good, and Boston is down 9.
They have done it with great movement. Al Horford wide open. Hesitated.
Yeah, because he has been cold. Jason Tatum and Al Horford 0 for 11 from 3. Derek White drives, drop back to Horford. He'll try the straightaway 3, no good. Rebound comes to Derek White. Finds the cutter. Horford, extra pass. Tatum dives in, 2-hand slam.
His first or second basket. It's crazy.
Tatum and Horford, 12 threes attempted. They missed all 12. Mathurin moves in the corner of Miles Turner. Turner hand back to Halliburton. Drives. There's that floater again, up and good.
They are floating them to death today. You got to at least push him back to the left hand.
Halliburton 7 of 9. 69-60 is the Indiana lead. Jason Tatum floats a pass for Al Horford on the wing. Going to try another three. Bounces out. He just cannot buy one tonight. His next three will move him past Larry Bird all time in Celtics history. He's taken 7 and missed 7. Lob entry to Siakam, knocked away by Hauser. Here comes Jaylen Brown attacking and blocked from behind by Mathurin. Mathurin chased him down. Another chance for Indiana to take a double-digit lead. Nembhard turns the corner, and Tatum reaches out to flex it away into the hands of Hauser. Jaylen Brown never got back on defense, and a long lead pass finds Jaylen all alone to cut it to 7, 69-62.
Sometimes when you're in that situation, what you want is an easier shot opportunity, a layup. But Al, because he's so used to being on the outside, he gets a steady dive of 3, so you can't change spaces or change speed, really.
44 for Jaylen on Friday. He's got 20 tonight. Siakam, right-hand dribble to the free throw line. Horford shuts him off. Out it comes to Nembhard. Return to Siakam this time against Derek White. 8 of the shot clock. Siakam push pass. Nembhard behind the screen. Wide open 3 is good. He has been the man of the match to this point. Nembhard didn't play Friday. It was a big difference. He's got 17 now for the Pacers. Here comes Jaylen Brown. Attacking, pump fake, throws out to the corner. Derek White catches, lands, 3, got it again. Derek White is 4 for 5 in this game, and they have all been tough shots.
Tougher shots. He's made those.
Oh, Halliburton steps into a wide open 3, misses it. Rebound belongs to Tatum. Celtics are really fortunate to only be down 7 here. Tatum for Derek White. Now Jaylen Brown enters to the cutter. Horford bringing Hauser under the basket. Horford is open in the corner. Instead, he hands to Derek White, who attacks, beats Turner, and scores off the window. Boston only down 5. Siakam attacks Horford, runs it up, no good, but they're calling the foul on Horford, and Siakam will get free throws.
Siakam is showing you exactly what happened. He said it was the elbow in the stomach by Horford as he comes to his rim. Look at the elbow, look at the elbow, look at the off arm. Hit him before he even got in the act of shooting.
Siakam has not beaten the Celtics in regulation in the last 20 games he has played against them.
Well, let me say, Sean Grande said, you're due.
Remember last year, and I was talking about this earlier, his numbers are Jokic-like. Basically last year, he played against the Celtics 9 times and lost all 9 games, and he was a dead even, plus minus. But his teams were a disaster when he was off the floor. Siakam gets the first free throw.
I thought he was a pretty good player when he's in Toronto, but he's yet going to another level of scoring the basketball and being independent of making his own opportunities.
Siakam gets the free throws. 74-67. Pacers have led pretty much throughout. Celtics briefly had the lead late first quarter, early second. Indiana up 6, 74-67. Derek White dribbles in deep and then throws it away. Trying to throw it back to Tatum. Siakam jumped the passing lane. Tatum, though, strips him of the ball. Siakam trying to go behind the back. Tatum, long lead pass for Jaylen Brown. Jaylen attacks the paint, throws to the far corner. Hauser over the shoulder pass. Horford touches it to Jaylen Brown.
Shoot.
Jaylen, right-hand dribble drive, scoops off the window, scoring the foul on Siakam.
Got Siakam with the same move he just made on the last time down. What makes you laugh sometimes, doggone it, makes you cry. Got him going to the right, hit him with the body just a little bit, got the contact, got the arm, counted at 1, as Zoe would say.
Does Zoe say that?
He tries. It was hard for him to do it yesterday.
I'll say this about Bob Sossi. I can guarantee he's never given Zoe
touchdown.
He's never given Zoe the Heisman. Zoe runs right through it. Jaylen Brown, free throw, bounces in. So a three-point play for Jaylen Brown. And remarkably, the Pacers are shooting 61%, and they only lead by 4. Derek White got pushed by Halliburton right in front of the official, and they just let the hand fighting go. Siakam, right side. Enters, turning Mathurin, 12-footer, bounces in. They're getting all those little bounces, too. 62% the Pacers are shooting. Up by 6. Jaylen Brown spinning on Nembhard, stumbles near the rim, scores off the glass, and the foul. The double flex as Jaylen Brown just muscling the Celtics back into this game.
Went right at Nembhard this time. Went right to the body, a little spin move on the baseline. I'm not sure. Probably walked if I was looking at it. Use that back foot, but they did not look at it at all.
In these 2 games here, Jason Tatum has 29 points. Jaylen Brown has 69.
That's when you don't want to see a guy where he has owned you. Can you make this a one-possession game?
Yep. With the three-point play.
Touchdown! I just want to jump in. I want to Zoe-like.
Feel free. So you get many opportunities here.
Touchdown!
Nembhard from Matherin, 3 in the air. Got it. So now the Pacers are shooting 63% from the floor, and they're only up by 6, 79-73. Celtics at 55%. Just a lot of threes. Derek White, hand to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen puts to the floor. Backs Nembhard down, turns to the free throw line. Tough jumper, rims out, and the rebound for Halliburton. Just the 4th miss for Jaylen Brown tonight in 15 tries. Halliburton for Nembhard against Al Horford. Nembhard lobs the entry. Turner against the smaller Derek White. Ducks through and scores off the glass. Indiana pushes it back to 8, 81-73. This is the Pacer team that caused so much trouble last year. And for the Celtics, even though it was a sweep, those games were close in the conference finals. Tatum, step back on Siakam. Tried to give and go with Jaylen Brown. Siakam had that in front of. Now the entry to Tatum. Siakam in his back, 5 on the shot clock. Tatum, one dribble. Up Siakam turns, goes high off the glass and gets the bounce.
You can't get the threes. Take the 2.
Tatum 3 of 4 from 2, 0 for 6 from 3. Halliburton attacks, scoops it to Turner. Turner stepping back. Never picked up that back foot, so there's travel as the other foot lands. They kick back to Matherin. Matherin, right-hand dribble being chased by Hauser. Matherin gets in deep, reverses it up and in. And as unsuccessful as the Hauser hunt has been over the last couple of years, the Pacers have really been picking on Hauser successfully tonight. 83-75, Indiana by 8. Derek White left alone, deep 3, got it.
Looked like it was going to be an elbow then.
Celtics shooting 39% from 3, which is usually an automatic win, but they're down by 5 here because they can't get a stop. Now Hauser getting lazy, reaches out, fouls Halliburton. Timeout on the floor, 6:30 to go, third quarter. Indiana 83, Boston 78 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory-tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary Milk Bone Comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More Dog. Milk Bone. Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York.
Hey, it's Maz. If you've been thinking about upgrading your heating and AC system, now is the time to do it and save with Rodenizer Home Services. In 2025, new EPA regulations for refrigerant will increase the cost of new systems. Rodenizer is now offering up to $550 off any new heating or AC system installed before the end of the year. With next-day installation, available rebates, and financing options, you'll save time and money. Call Rodenizer to schedule your free consultation on a new system or get an instant quote online now. Rodenizer Home Services, nice people, great service since 1928.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Celtics still can't get a stop. Indiana shooting a ridiculous 64% at this point, but they only lead by 5, 83-78. For a little perspective, I'm trying to look up what the top opposition field goal percentage was, and believe it or not, it was opening night. The Knicks shot 55% against the Celtics. Indiana is at 64 right now. It only leads by 5, 83-78, because of the disparity in threes. Celtics have made 5 more threes. Jason Tatum 3 for 10. Al Horford and Jason Tatum cannot make a shot. Jaylen Brown and Peyton Pritchard have carried the Celtics. Derek White's hit some big shots now.
Derek's hit a couple of on the move. Hauser trying to get in a little bit, but they're going to have some production from Tatum.
Nembhard has been the best player on the floor tonight. Inbound to Halliburton. Kick out Turner, hand back to Halliburton. Turner sets the screen. Halliburton dribbles around it. He's inside the dotted line, scoops it wildly, no good. Rebound Tatum.
Numbers.
Halliburton late to join the play, so Derek White can step right into a trail three. Rims out. That would have been a big one. Would have gotten Boston within 2. Now Nembhard. Leads for Jarris Walker, 2 steps in the paint, dumps it down low to Turner, who sends it off the window and in. What way are we going? They're calling a foul on the Celtics, but before the shot. Second foul on Tatum.
The last play down, I like what Tatum did. Didn't try to force it, saw numbers going down the other way, and had a shooter wide open. So sometimes you just cannot be selfish. Sometimes you can.
Mathurin. Dribbling slowly with the left hand. Jaylen Brown on his shoulder. Mathurin kick out. Halliburton on the wing. Has to step in on Derek White. Angles it off the glass. No good, but they'll call the foul on Derek White, and Halliburton will get free throws.
The Celtics have been a sieve. Either you have to make a decision. Either you're going to give up something from the three-point line, or you're going to give something. You can't give them both, and that's what the Celtics have done today.
Celtics have been unable, and it's jarring how they have been unable to stay in front of anybody all night.
Well, how about this solution here? How about no Porzingis and no Holiday, 2 of your best defenders? So it changes your perspective of what you do defensively.
Can I buzz in with a suggestion here?
Yeah, but yourself, did you say what is or who is?
Jordan Walsh.
Okay, who is Jordan Walsh? Jordan Walsh has done a great job.
Maybe instead of Hauser, Halliburton gets the free throws here, 85-78. Entry deflected out of bounds. Celtics will keep it. It's the same part of the court where the Pacers threw away the inbound when they had game 1 of the conference finals won. All they had to do was get the ball in.
All Rick Carlisle had to do was call time.
Yep, they had 2 choices. Right. That or get the ball in. Either way, before or after a timeout, couldn't do it. And lost the game. And that was, turns out, was a series. Jaylen Brown makes up his dribble, finds Hauser. Hauser launches a deep 3. Front iron, no good. Long rebound. Tatum's got it. Tatum piling up those rebounds. 6 more tonight. He's averaging over 10 a game in December. Tatum challenged by Halliburton. Push pass. Hauser up fakes the 3. Nembhard just steps right by him and gives Hauser the open 3. He banks it off the front iron and it kisses in off the window. Celtics finally get a bounce in within 4. Shepard gets away with a travel big time as he fumbled the ball coming down the left side. The Celtics bench exploded. Halliburton pounces on the loose ball, drives on Hauser, scoops and scores. Bad miss. 87-81. Indiana by 6.
Shepard was running with the ball.
Tatum trying to turn the corner. Has Jarris Walker on his hip. Drives, finds the cutter. Jaylen Brown. Return pass out of the wing. Hauser finds Horford open. Straightaway 3. No good. Al Horford is 0 for 8 from 3. Halliburton at 12 feet. Exposes the ball. Tatum reaches in, knocks it loose, but Nembhard comes up with it.
Jump ball.
Plenty of time. 10 on the shot clock. Nembhard to his right. Steps back on Jaylen Brown. 18-footer, no good. Rebound comes right to Shepard under the basket. He gives up a layup to find Turner. Turner shoos Sam Hauser away, and a 16-footer is good. Indiana by 8.
Indiana's done kind of whatever they wanted to do tonight.
63% shooting, and they're a +7 on the glass. Jaylen Brown dribbles in deep, hand to Horford, short little flip shot. That comes up short. It is just not Al's night. 1 for 10. And Indiana can take a double-digit lead here. Halliburton, kick out. Walker steps to his left. Hauser tries to slide his feet. Walker steps through him, forces it up. No good. Rebound, Al Horford. Finally, the Hauser hunt does not pay off. Boston down 8. Derek White puts it in the hands of Jason Tatum. Lobs an entry. Caught by Jaylen Brown. In deep against Halliburton. Double team comes. Bounce pass, kick out. Derek White steps away from Nembhard. Misses an open 3. And the rebound for Jarris Walker. Nembhard lobs it. Turner catches under the basket. Pump fake. Blocked from behind by Tatum. That could be a big one. Remember that play. Derek White races up the middle of the floor. Lays it up and in.
Yeah.
Timeout, Rick Carlisle.
Rick Carlisle knows that could be a big play. I mean, you have the score going the other way. You get the block shot, and now you come back again. You make it a 6-point game.
Almost everything going the Pacers' way, shooting 61% from the floor, but they can't shake the champs in the rear view. 3:31 to go, third quarter. Indiana 89, Boston 83 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
Hey, it's Maz. If you've been thinking about upgrading your heating and AC system, now is the time to do it and save with Rodenizer Home Services. In 2025, new EPA regulations for refrigerant will increase the cost of new systems. Rodenizer is now offering up to $550 off any new heating or AC system installed before the end of the year. With next-day installation, available rebates, and financing options, you'll save time and money. Call Rodenizer to schedule your free consultation on a new system or get an instant quote online now. Rodenizer Home Services, nice people, great service since 1928.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
I'll go back a long way to find a team that shot 60% against the Celtics in a game. OKC shot 59% a couple of years ago. January 2020, right before the start of the pandemic, the Pistons shot 60% in this building. Indiana's still at 61% right now, leading by 6, 89-83. 3:16 to go in the third. Ball in the hands of Siakam, pounding with Jason Tatum. Steps in the paint, turns, fade, shot no good. Good, well defended by Tatum. Tatum's done a lot of other things in this game. 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Big shot block a few minutes ago. Just he and Al Horford have taken 14 threes and missed all 14. This is remarkable. Tatum switches to the left hand. They run away from him, so he's open from 3, and he misses that one. Jordan Walsh had the offensive rebound, but he lost it when he landed. TJ McConnell leads a 4-on-2 the other way. Attacks the paint. Throws to the corner. Halliburton all alone for 3, but it comes up short. McConnell flies in, grabs the offensive rebound. Halliburton fouled on the floor by Derek White, but the Celtics now over the limit, and Halliburton will get free throw.
Tatum, wide open look. Bron on the back stepped him and just could knock it down.
On a bad night, Tatum and Horford would be 3 of 15 from 3. On a bad night, and that would give the Celtics the lead, but they are 0 for 15.
Wow.
Tatum shooting 37% on the year from 3. Al Horford at 40%. So if those two guys take 15 threes, they're going to make 5 or 6 of them on average. Tonight, 0.
I love about those percentages. I said, if I'm around the rim, I know I got a chance to get my rebound back. Hard to do that when you shoot a 3.
Halliburton makes the free throws, and Indiana pushes the lead back to 8, 91-83. 2:36 to go, third quarter. Tatum, push pass Pritchard. A big first half. 19 off the bench. Returns to the Tatum. Into the shot clock. Tatum against McConnell. Pull up another 3. Finally.
They're going to go back and look at that one.
91-85. McConnell dribbles all the way into the paint as he likes to do. Luke Cornett waiting for him there. So McConnell dribbles it out. Bounce pass. Siakam, free throw line against Jordan Walsh. Siakam puts to the floor, stumbles, throws him a crazy up-in-the-air pass or something. Thomas Bryant grabs it out of the air and lays it in.
I'm not sure if it was a pass.
I don't know what it was.
Just an errant shot, but Bryant has done that at least 2 times.
They have, for the moment, made that shot by Tatum a 2. So it's 93-85. Tatum in the paint, kick back out. Derek White, this will be a 3 if it goes. It does not. Long rebound, right to Jarris Walker. Ahead of the field, Halliburton elevates, and they'll call the foul on Derek White.
Halliburton, I'm not sure what he was going to do. He goes up like he was about to dunk the basketball, and then finally comes up with a pass. They're shooting, but I'm not sure if it was even a foul then. He jumps up in the air.
He's inside the circle, so he can't make any contact, which he did.
Well, we've seen that inside with the circle thing. That doesn't really work. Because what they sometimes will say, did you go straight up? It looked like he did, but again, not my deal.
At some point, you got to wonder, it was just not going to be your night. Celtics have missed 4 free throws, missed a ton of open threes, and even a couple of shots that Jason Tatum made, they say his toe was on the line, so they have both been downgraded to 2s. Halliburton gets the free throws, and the Celtics are down by 10 again with 1:32 to go in the third quarter. It's been virtually wire to wire for Indiana. Celtics have not had a loss like that this year. Tatum steps into a straightaway 3. Got it. That one will absolutely be a 3, I promise. 95-88. Celtics, can they string together 2 stops in a row? Siakam against Jordan Walsh. Right-hand dribble, bumps Jordan Walsh, turns the corner, scoops it up, and in. Boy, Thomas Bryant sealed the paint perfectly.
But made him work for it.
Last time we saw a team get 100 on the Celtics before the third quarter was over. 97-88. Indiana by 9. 51 seconds to go in the third. Tatum. Pressured by Halliburton. Bounce pass ahead to Jordan Walsh. Kick out. Derek White. Clean look. Deep 3. Nope. Offensive rebound. Jordan Walsh. Pump fake. Puts it back up. That's no good. Luke Cornett scrambling for the offensive rebound. Can't get it. Beaten by Siakam. McConnell pushed and fouled. Tatum frustration foul in the backcourt. And now McConnell will walk 80 feet to the other end of the floor and get free throws.
Absolutely.
Bad foul.
Absolutely frustration. This time had an opportunity to get a free throw, and really a layup opportunity, and Tatum just hit him with the body. And he just looked at the officials in frustration.
What did we say on Friday night when the Celtics were running off one of those 2024 type wins, just beating 11 daylights out of the Pacers? That Indiana loses by 37 Friday, and if they come in here and win by a single point tonight, it's a successful weekend. And they're well on their way to doing a lot better than that. McConnell could make it an 11-point game from the free throw line. First one's good.
And you think about it, good production from certain guys on this team for the Celtics. Especially Brown, but he has 3 fouls. Look at other guys.
Pritchard was good in that first half. Derek White's had a solid game.
But
you take the minutes you've gotten from Jordan Walsh, but yeah, you can't survive Tatum and Horford. Boy, McConnell missed the free throw. Boston down 10. 30 seconds to go third quarter. Tatum, left-hand dribble. Stops on the dime. Step back. It's a 3. It's good. 2 in a row. Is this going to be Philadelphia Game 6 for Jason Tatum?
He's going to have it.
It's insane. Boston is only down 7 here.
Yeah.
98-91.
Yep. Great play there by Tatum, able to get that going down.
Again, the reason the Celtics had a chance against Philadelphia late was because of the disparity in three-point shooting for all the things people complained about it.
Well, you might want to get another Peyton Pritchard watch here.
The difference in the game here is Indiana able to get through the Boston defense and get to the free throw line. Pacers have outscored the Celtics by 13 points at the line, lead by 7. 12 on the shot clock, 14 on the game clock as we count it down to the third quarter. Halliburton against Peyton Pritchard. It's screened from McConnell. Halliburton at the elbow. Pritchard dogging him. Halliburton steps through. High off the window. No good. Scramble for the rebound. Cornett's got it. 2 seconds to go. Derek White launches from the logo. No good. And that's how the third quarter will come to an end. Celtics came from behind to lead by 2 at the end of 1. They trail by 7 at the half, and they still trail by 7 as they make the turn for home. End of 3 at the Garden. Indiana 98, Boston 91 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
At At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory-tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary milk bone comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More Dog. Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
Hey, it's Matt. Are you tired of spending money repairing your heating or AC system year over year? Well, stop the cycle of costly repairs with Rodenhiser Home Services Fix It Forward program. Just show Rodenhiser any past repair bill, and they'll apply up to $550 as a down payment toward a brand new energy-efficient heating or AC system. And the repair bill can be from any HVAC company. Fix It Forward ends December 31st, so visit Rodenhiser.com/fixitforward to schedule a free consultation today. Nice people, great service since 1928.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
A very difficult night for the Celtics. Almost start to finish. Probably their worst defensive performance of the year. The Pacers have gone wherever they wanted to go, shooting 57%. They've gotten 24 free throws, but the Celtics' three-point shooting from guys not named Tatum and Horford has been enough to keep them at least within hailing distance. Boston with the ball down 7 as we begin the fourth quarter, 98-91 Indiana. Celtics begin the fourth quarter with Tatum and Brown both out there. Cornette, Walsh, and Pritchard. Tatum attacks the paint. Kick out. Jaylen Brown. Good look at a three. Short. Rebound. Cornette deflects it out to Pritchard. Runs back behind the line. Finds Cornette. Pritchard relocates for a corner three. That's no good. Cornette offensive rebound, but his tap goes well wide. And the rebound for Jarris Walker. T.J. McConnell attacks Pritchard. Gets in deep. Pritchard takes the rim away, so he'll float the pass all the way out to Mathurin. Mathurin. Handoff. Pascal Siakam against Jordan Walsh. Siakam exposes the ball. Jalen couldn't get it away from him. Kick out Mathurin. Shot clock down to 5. Celtics need this stop now. Mathurin. Tricky dribble, running out of time. Throws his head back. This could be an offensive foul. Yeah, he did. He knocked Jaylen Brown down. And Jalen is hurt. Jalen is rolling around on the ground, and Celtics fans and Celtics bench, everybody's making the replay signal to see if this meets the criteria of a flagrant. As Mathurin rose his arms up in the air and hit Jaylen Brown.
I think the officials came together, and they're now going to look at it.
Mathurin tried to turn the corner. Basically, Mathurin picked the ball up with two hands, and his wrist hit Jaylen Brown on the way up. I'm not sure you can call that intentional. Jaylen there is definitely some blood. He's lying on his back. This comes 45 seconds into the fourth quarter.
The previous play that was called as an offensive foul will be taken a look at to see if it meets the criteria for a potential flagrant foul.
Well, they have been very physical. Mathurin, they've been very, very physical, trying to knock Brown off. Walker's done his number hitting him, but
Jalen is up
and still running. Well, you don't want to have no hot soup or nothing after you get hit in the mouth like that. Boy, he can get a three or anything. Horford clapping his hands right now. Says,
The call foul will stand as an offensive foul as there was nothing unnecessary on the play.
I think that's the right call.
Am I trying to eat today? And you say it's not necessary. As one of my teeth is like shaking a little bit. Yeah, sounds good.
But it's like one of those Nate Bargatze sketches. What's the criteria of a flagrant foul, Joe? Nobody knows. Well, Celtics will get the ball here. Down 7, 98-91, 45 seconds into the fourth quarter.
Will they get three now from Tatum? Or will they get three from Horford, I should say?
Well, are you taking Jason Tatum out of this game? He's already played 32 minutes. Celtics play again Tuesday afternoon. Close out the calendar year in a very difficult week. So back-to-back Thursday, Friday. Tatum finds Cornette cutting, and Cornette gets fouled by Mathurin.
And I'm not sure if Cornette wasn't trying to pass the ball over to Brown instead of shooting the basketball.
I don't think he had a chance.
There's a chance to see this replay. The replay gets to him. You see, he was trying to get the basketball up.
Jaylen Brown has a little cotton in his nose to stop the bleeding. It's always comfortable to play like that. With Cornette, as we have documented, a great start from the free throw line, but it struggled lately, and the first one bounces out.
I thought he had ice water in his veins.
Down to 75%. Well, apparently it's made him cold. With Cornette's second free throw is good.
Now he didn't think that was good. He actually started following that one when he released it.
A minute into the fourth quarter. Indiana with the ball up by 6. They have led most of the night. T.J. McConnell turns to the free throw line. Tatum there defensively. Jordan Walsh trying to front Siakam. That's where the ball goes left side. Double team comes. That leaves Bryant alone under the basket for the right-hand slam. Now, we can't sit here and praise the defense that Jordan Walsh has played and then have Luke Cornette leave his center to go double team. 100-92. Indiana by 8. 10:34 to go. That's why the Pacers have been so tough for the Celtics. Tatum turns the corner, attacks the paint, goes to the right hand, flips it up and in. There are times, even on a difficult night, he makes it look so easy.
That time just going right back over the body.
19 for Tatum. 5 of 6 inside, 2 of 9 outside. Boston down 6. 10-12 to go. McConnell, left-hand dribble in the paint. Cornette is waiting. McConnell.
Up quick. Boom.
Left-hand dribble, bounce pass to nobody. He thought Jarris Walker was going to slide to the corner, and McConnell is making the motion at Jarris Walker like you were supposed to slide to the open spot.
I would love to see you as a point guard.
Get over there. Why aren't you over there?
Yeah, good. Oh.
Entry deflected by McConnell. Pritchard turns it over. McConnell gets it back on the steal. Mathurin drives, scoops and scores, and the foul. A calamitous sequence for Peyton Pritchard.
You make that one play, and you come back and turn it over. Man, you talking about shooting yourself in the foot. That's the thing I do love about T.J. McConnell. He's going to battle you almost each and every time. He made a mistake and came back now, made amends.
You gotta, if you're a Pacer fan, you gotta love not only this performance, but the Pacers are out there. They're yapping, they're talking.
Gotta win it, though.
And that's pretty bold when you're facing a team you haven't beaten in regulation in about 7 or 8 tries. 3-point play, though. Indiana on their way, up by 9 with 9:48 to go. Quick 3, Jaylen Brown short. Offensive rebound, Luke Cornette. Can't hang on to it. He just dropped it out of bounds. He's never really had it.
And you're right. Couldn't kill a cat here with a baseball bat right in front of him.
On a night that the Celtics are getting out-rebounded pretty badly by one of the bottom 5 rebounding teams in the league. Indiana +9 in the glass, shooting a ridiculous 59%. And now they can regain the double-digit lead with 9:39 to go. It feels more like Joe Mazzulla is just going to ride Tatum and Brown until the Celtics drop out of this game, and then if he has to pull them when the time comes, he'll do it. Jarris Walker. Push pass into the corner. McConnell dribbles around Cornette. Crazy reverse, no good. Rebound, Jordan Walsh can't control it. McConnell does, but he is blocked from behind by Jordan Walsh. Pritchard comes away with a loose ball. Pritchard, offensive end. Celtics need something here. Ball in the hands of Tatum. Quick return to Pritchard. Pritchard with McConnell on him. Gets the Tatum screen. Lobs it. Bad pass. Pritchard threw it away again. Siakam lead for Mathurin. Lays it up and in. Timeout, Joe Mazzulla. Not your night. 9:04 to go. Indiana 105, Boston 94 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
More Dog Comfort Spa. Now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary milk bone comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More dog. Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do.
Hey! Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
9 minutes and 4 seconds separating the Celtics from what would be their 9th loss of the year, down by 11 to the Pacers, 105-94. The Celtics' dominance here at the Garden over Eastern Conference teams has faded, but the sellout streak has not. 19,156 back in the building. Attendance, as always, brought to you by Ticketmaster. Join the crowd of excitement of the future Celtics game by ordering your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. 1/10 and final home game for the Celtics in the month of December here on Tuesday afternoon, 2:30 start here on the network as the Celtics take on the Toronto Raptors, who are going to get beat again, it appears, down big to Atlanta through 3 quarters. Down 22 at home. Trae Young with 29-9 in that game. Hawks have gone over 500. Jaylen Brown gets in deep, scores off the glass, and a foul on the backpedaling McConnell right out of the timeout. See if the Celtics can get to work here.
That's a big mistake. Every time you look around, the Pacers do something really good, but then they turn around and do this. Now, but the biggest thing about this game, though, can the Celtics somehow defend? I mean, the Pacers had 58% from the field. Whew.
What was that last?
Was it 58?
Yeah, but I was saying the emphasis you put on it.
Let me emphasize it again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't do it like Zoe. I can't be that good. I'm not that good yet.
105-97. Celtics cut it to 8. Well, there haven't been as many of those this year. I'll put it that way. I love that quarterback. 105-97. Indiana by 8. 8:42 to go. Siakam, right-hand dribble, step back on Horford, free throw line. Awkward jumpers. He falls down, no good. The rebound comes right to McConnell, and he misses a point-blank putback, and Horford grabs the rebound. Wow. Ooh, maybe the bounce is finally going Boston's way now. Jaylen switches to left hand, attacks Siakam, throws out to the corner. Horford for 3. Finally.
Hold on. Rick Carlisle just called timeout. You're talking about a fighting fire, boy. He puts out a fire immediately.
Al Horford missed his first 8 threes tonight, but the 9th one goes, and the Celtics are within 5. 8:23 to go. We'll tell you about the history Al Horford just made when we return. Indiana 105, Boston 100 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary milk bone comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More dog. Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York.
Hey, it's Maz. If you've been thinking about upgrading your heating and AC system, now is the time to do it and save with Rodenizer Home Services. In 2025, new EPA regulations for refrigerant will increase the cost of new systems. Rodenizer is now offering up to $550 off any new heating or AC system installed before the end of the year. With next-day installation, available rebates, and financing options, you'll save time and money. Call Rodenizer to schedule your free consultation on a new system or get an instant quote online now. Rodenizer Home Services, nice people, great service since 1928.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
6 points in 34 seconds for the Celtics. They cut an 11-point deficit to 5 in the blink of an eye. Al Horford finally knocks down a 3 on his 9th try, passing Larry Bird on the Celtics' all-time three-point list, and Boston is within 5 with 8:23 to go.
How about McConnell missing that bunny right under the basket?
The last 45 seconds, everything that's been happening to the Celtics all night just happened to Indiana. And they have had some nightmares unfold on this court over the last couple of years, none worse than giving away Game 1 of the conference finals. Halliburton had a big night, 25 points, 5 assists, 9 of 15 shooting. Bounce pass for Nembhard, who's been magnificent tonight in his return. Jarris Walker, hand off Halliburton, now Nembhard straight away. Behind a turn of screen, he's got Tatum in front of him, 8 on the shot clock. Nembhard angles to his left. Horford slides his feet. Nembhard tries to dribble around him, attacks, forces it off the glass, no good. Late foul call against the Celtics. Loose ball foul. It's on Al Horford. He's not arguing.
Oh, he came on the backside. He beat Al. Wet
spot on the floor. Perfect. For take 10 seconds for station identification on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 95, Sports Hub, a Beasley Media Group station.
Well, now it's getting interesting. Grady and Max in the Amica Insurance broadcast booth at the Garden. Celtics have cut an 11-point deficit down to 5. Inbound, always dangerous for Indiana here. In fourth quarters, knocked away by Horford out of bounds. They'll try it again with 12 on the shot clock. Celtics have very quickly cut an 11-point deficit down to 5. 8 minutes suddenly seems like a long time for Indiana. They played 40 really good minutes here tonight. Nembhard struggles to get it in, does so to Jarris Walker. Walker against Derek White. Puts it back in the hands of Nembhard. Shot clock at 5. Nembhard down the left side, racing against Al Horford. Pull up, banks it, no good. Rebound Tatum. Good defense by Al Horford. Boston could make it a one-possession game. Derek White into the front court. Challenged by Halliburton. Right-hand dribble, lobs it dangerously. Tatum has got it in traffic. Knocks Shepard away, lays it up and in. Scored on the foul.
That was a dangerous pass. Tatum made that happen by going up high, getting that ball at its apex, grabbing it, and then going up strong among them weeds around him.
Those dangerous passes can end up in turnovers, but they also tantalize the defense. Jarris Walker went for the steal instead of holding his position, and that's how Tatum got in close. 3-point play, and in the blink of an eye, the deficit is down to 2. 105-103. 9 straight for the Celtics. Halliburton angles to his left. Horford slides his feet. Push pass in the corner. Walker almost traveled as he kicks out to Nembhard. Nembhard against Tatum straight away. Looking to hand back to Halliburton. Shot clock at 4. Halliburton, right-hand dribble drive. Past Tatum, scoops it up, and he gets an unbelievably friendly roll. It circles the rim and falls in.
He got by him so quick. Tatum wasn't able to react in.
27 for Halliburton. Feels like we're at the end of the game, but we still have 7:02 to go. Tatum behind a back bounce pass. White into the corner for Jaylen Brown. Jaylen bounce pass for Hauser. Runs to the left corner. Turns, squares, fires, misses the three. And the rebound for Halliburton. That was a force.
Derek White had a wide open look and then just didn't take it.
Halliburton. Again, Horford's picked up the defense here in the fourth quarter. Halliburton trying to line him up. Switches to the right hand, pushes into the corner. Shepard, three. Got it. Big shot, Ben Shepard. Lead is back to 7. 110-103. Jaylen Brown turns on Nembhard. Gets into the paint, throws back out to Derek White. Tough pass for him to handle. Pushes to Tatum. Tatum against Shepard. Tatum steps to his left, takes the three. No good. Rebound. Hauser deflects it into the hands of Miles Turner. Floats it ahead of the field to Shepard. He's behind Horford. Easy two off the window. What a bounce back for the Pacers. Timeout, Joe Mazzulla.
What a counter that was there. That was done nice there.
7 straight for Indiana, and it's back to 9, 112-103.
Well, a nice play then of just getting in, making some things happen. The counter is always you let your hands down for a minute, and the Pacers come right back. It was a one-possession game, and then Halliburton hits a floater, and then Nembhard makes some plays around the rim, but Shepard able to knock down that long jump shot. You haven't had that from Hauser, who hasn't been Hauser tonight. Like, you needed that from him tonight. Tatum has come back and Al Horford, who struggled, had pretty much just 1-3.
How many nights this year have you gotten an elite top 5 or maybe best performance of the year for the other team against the Celtics? Let's add this one to the list. The Pacers have been brilliant tonight.
Well, if you are the world champs, and I've been there before, that effort comes every single night from teams who aren't going to be there or who are close to there, who are measuring themselves to see how good they can be or want to be.
You normally can't beat the Celtics if you have a disparity in the number of threes, but where Indiana's made up for it is with dribble penetration and getting to the free throw line. And while they've given away 24 points at the three-point line, they have made a bunch of twos, and they've gotten 11 extra points at the free throw line. They lead by 9, 112-103 with 6:11 to go.
Well, they've been there, those shots. And now you're saying, okay, you're taking Hauser out of this game, and you're coming back in with Pritchard. So more scoring.
Jaylen Brown attacks, misses off the glass. Nembhard kind of pulled out of the way, and it took Jaylen off balance. Entry, Turner, two-hand slam, 11-point lead.
Boy, that's a great counter here. Great counter by Indiana.
Well, this is so encouraging for Indiana. And up and down all year, flirting with the 500 mark. Pritchard, right corner three. Celtics need it, don't get it. Rebound, Jarris Walker. Indiana already holds their largest lead, and they've got the ball with 5:32 to go. Halliburton against Horford. Boy, Tatum hand fighting with Turner in the paint. Halliburton drives and fouled and reach in by Al Horford. Was he going up to pass? Was he going up to shoot?
Yeah, probably going to give him a shot here with this one. 5 fouls now on Al Horford.
And you're also, now with the injury to Porzingis, you're putting Horford in a place. Keita was unplayable when he was in the game, so now Luke Kornet's had a rough game, and without Porzingis, you're forced to rely and play Al Horford more minutes than at his age he was designed to play.
Well, also controlling initial point of attack. We don't have a Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday helps so much more controlling initial point of attack. You weren't able to do that tonight.
What an answer for Indiana here.
Yes.
11 straight points after the Celtics got within 2. 116-103. The only other time the Celtics have been down by this many in the fourth quarter, it was to the Pacers in that first meeting of the year. Tatum turns it over. Here comes Halliburton. This may end up being a laugher here. Halliburton pull-up three comes up short. Tatum has the rebound. Boston down 13. 5:06 to go. Tatum, long cross-court. Pritchard waiting in the corner. Kicks out of the wing. Derek White open for three. Comes up short. And the rebound for Nembhard.
See the angle of that just basically just come on.
Reality starting to settle in here. The Celtics entered the game against Chicago 10 days ago. 38-2 in their last 40 at home against the East. They're about to drop to 1-3 in the 4-game set. Nembhard, step back, long jumper, rims out, rebound, Jaylen Brown. Boston down 13, but now the clock starting to bleed with 4.5 to go. Jaylen Brown spins, gets in close and gets fouled.
That was a pass. I like the shot.
That's what they're discussing. Michael Smith will call it side on the bounds. The last foul the Pacers had to give.
And there was another guy who played a good game, too. And he won't go for it now will be Shepard. You know, Shepard had that one play where he walked and ran with the basketball. Couldn't go anyplace else. It was crazy.
Pacers have their top 6 all in double figures tonight. Jaylen Brown turns the corner, pushes off on Nembhard, kick to the corner. Derek White throws it out of the wing. Al Horford way off on the 3. Rebound Nembhard. Al Horford 1 for 10 from 3 tonight. Siakam into the corner. Ben Shepard's 3. Circles the rim, no good. Offensive rebound. Voluminous, violent putback by Miles Turner to put an emphasis on this one. Whoa. Great stuff from Indiana here. 13 straight points. They lead by 15 with 4 minutes to go.
Joe Mazzulla is about to call the dogs off here.
He is. Jaylen Brown, step back jumper, rims out. Rebound pulled away from Pritchard by Miles Turner. Here comes Siakam into the offensive end. Pacers going to put it away right now. Siakam enters. Pump fake by Nembhard under the basket. He will dribble it back out. Put it in the hands of Halliburton. Halliburton keeps it away from Jaylen Brown. 10 of the shot clock. Enters to Siakam. Spins, muscles it up, blocked into the hands of Derek White. Celtics clinging to life, and I mean barely. Need to pitch a shutout pretty much the rest of the way. Pritchard drive, hand to Jaylen Brown, lays it up and in. Cuts it to 13. 118 for the 5 of McCall. Fire. Come on, dude. 3:31 to go. It's 118-105.
Well, he did what he needed to do. His team had a great counter, and there was a great counter punch. You're talking about the Celtics had them down to about a 1-possession game. Then all of a sudden, Indiana just started running off basket after basket, defending, and then the Celtics just couldn't get out of their own way.
Oh, big picture here, it was sort of going unnoticed going into the Chicago game 10 days ago that the Celtics were running neck and neck with last year's team, which was one of the greatest teams in NBA history. Through 25-26 games, this Celtics team was right there with them. Same record, same scoring margin. But last year's team, after the NBA Cup break, took off. And this team has gone in the other direction.
Well, and watch, as you said, I believe more than anything, that's why the next game is so critical, playing a Toronto team. But then that's going to be a springboard into going into probably the toughest 4-game stretch you're going to have for the year. Absolutely got to be the toughest stretch.
At Minnesota, at Houston, and a back-to-back at OKC a week from today. And a trip that ends in Denver a week from Tuesday against Nikola Jokic. The two defending champs, the last 2 NBA champions, go head-to-head for the first time. National TV time. The Celtics, if the Celtics go on any kind of playoff run, they're essentially going to play 2 out of every 3 games the rest of the way on national TV. More than half of the regular season games remaining will be nationally televised. Bunch of TNT on this road trip coming up. 118-105. Tatum stays in the game here. Jaylen Brown does not. Siakam attacks, bounce pass, Nembhard. Tries to turn the corner on Tatum. Steps through him, misses the layup. Rebound Derek White. Boston down 13, 3:12 to go. Peyton Pritchard, offensive end. Dribbling with Siakam in front of him. Puts it in the left hand. Attacks. Tried to force it up. Off Siakam out of bounds. They'll call that a shot block. Pritchard trying to get a foul call. Didn't get it. Frustration really mounting here.
Yeah. Then Pritchard trying to go up among the big boys. No place to go then. Try to get the contact. No harm, no foul.
How many knockout losses have the Celtics delivered over the last year? And this is about to be their first. Pritchard enters to Al Horford. Kick out Tatum. Celtics don't have this kind of time. Down 13 with 3 minutes to go. Al finds Derek White. He'll try corner 3. Nope. Rebound belongs to Halliburton. High stepping into the front court. A landmark victory for the Pacers tonight in Boston. It has been a while since they won a game here. They have taken some ugly losses. Halliburton has Al Horford on the dance floor, drives around him, scoops and scores, and the Indiana Pacers in the second game of the series are going to deliver the Celtics their first knockout loss of the year. Pritchard step back 3 is no good. It's a 15-point margin, and out of bounds it goes Boston ball with 2:25 to go, and they head for the exits here at the Garden.
You're the champs.
Full marks, man.
It rains like that, where you have to play these games and you have to be, you know, head and shoulders above everybody when it comes to concentration and focus. The Celtics' focus early in this basketball game wasn't a good one.
Celtics will drop to 2-4 in their last 6 games after the NBA Cup break. And I'm with you on Tuesday afternoon. There's no messing around with that Toronto game. It's a game you have to have here. The Celtics now are just 1 game ahead of the New York Knicks for second place in the Eastern Conference, and they're now 4.5 behind Cleveland. Halliburton, nasty step back, trying for a little curtain call here, but he missed the shot over Drew Peterson. Pacers still have their starters in the game here, up by 15 with 2:07 to go. Celtics have called off the dogs. Pritchard fouled. He'll get free throws here with 2:05 to go. Boy, I told you I wasn't hyping it up at the start of the game. I said what a difference Andrew Nembhard has been for Indiana this year. They have been a terrible defensive team with him out, and they have been an elite defensive team with him in. He was tremendous tonight. Halliburton had the big close, ended up with the gaudy numbers 31, 6, and 7. But you want man of the match for me tonight, it was Nembhard. 17, 8, and 8.
Nembhard did an outstanding job, but also he had to get Halliburton. Halliburton was really good tonight. Who had struggled 31 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds.
26 assists, 8 turnovers for Indiana tonight. 120 to 107 is the math with 2 minutes remaining. Celtics will suffer their 9th loss of the year. They're going to 23-9. A game ahead of New York, 4.5 behind Cleveland for the Eastern Conference lead. Kick out, Siakam, 3. Got it. Pascal Siakam, without a regulation win against the Celtics, his last 20 chances will finally get one tonight. Pritchard for Queta. Jaden Springer turns the corner, pulls up dotted line, misses badly, offensive rebound. Queta puts it back up and in. They're going to give him that on the foul.
Queta needed a nice bounce back because today he just struggled. They attacked him over and over again, and those things just never really had a chance.
Finally, Rick Carlisle is getting some starters out of it. Siakam and Halliburton are in the game, up by 14 with 1:34 left when the Celtics have gone to the 3rd unit here about a minute ago.
Rick is now taking those guys out. Siakam comes out the game.
Finally, Halliburton is done.
Great game by them, though.
It was a tremendous game. Arguably their best performance of the year.
How many times did you say that?
A lot.
You said against other teams, the best performance of the year.
That's why the crown rests on these. Queta, a 3-point play. So the margin is 13 right now. The only question is, will it be the Celtics' first double-digit loss of the year? McConnell turns the corner, and the ball knocked away by Peterson off McConnell out of bounds. Celtics get it down 13 here with 1:24 to go. New Year's Eve afternoon game against Toronto, and then the schedule turns ugly for the Celtics. They have not played a single Western Conference road game yet. Tillman hands to Queta. He's going to throw to the corner. Springer rises for 3. It's no good. Offensive rebound. Tillman knocks it away from Bryant out of bounds. This will stay with Boston with 1:08 to go.
Bryant wasn't bad either. Bryant had a pretty good game. Scoring the basketball.
Celtics, no Western Conference road games. October, November, December. They will play 9 of them in January.
I remember you looked at the schedule before and you said, man, the Celtics don't leave home. And you looked at the schedule and said, these are very winnable games. Philly came in and played a very good game.
Hey, Celtics were 38-2 against the East at home, entering after the NBA Cup break, and they're going to lose 3 out of 4 here to Eastern Conference teams at home, to Philly, to Chicago, and tonight to the Indiana Pacers. Indiana going to win the season series. This is it. So Pacers will get 2 out of 3. Not much consolation after losing the conference finals, but they'll take it. Jordan Walsh drives and gets fouled. He'll get free throws here with 1:01 to go. Pacers shot 54%. Now a lot of these numbers getting a little skewed towards the end, but they made every shot they needed to make. It was such a great performance by Indiana. You forgot about them. Obviously, people starting to write them off as a contender, going to the Eastern Conference Finals last year because Orlando looks so good. Wait till they get healthy. And obviously New York, as Jordan Walsh misses the first free throw. You know, Milwaukee got going for a while. Now they've lost some games with Giannis out. Atlanta has looked better than Indiana.
Can the Celtics be in a situation now where they start to play better? Oh, missing both free throws.
Celtics, by the way, missed 7 free throws tonight. Matter of the final margin. We're in the final minute. Celtics have not lost a game by double figures since that game that they got blasted by the Knicks here on this floor, that TNT game late in the year last year. Still might not, but they need to move here with 40 seconds to go, down by 13. Springer drives, kick to the corner. Tillman is open. His three, no good. Offensive rebound, Kana, and the putback. So the margin is 11. Pacers may not shoot here. Run out the shot clock. Courtney Jackson will bring him into the front court. And a pretty ordinary December for the Celtics, despite a very favorable schedule. Celtics were 16-3 going into that game in Cleveland to start the month. Jackson drives, misses. Rebound. Walsh outlets to Springer. He will find Peterson. Peterson lays it in, and that's going to give us our final margin. It will not be a double-digit loss, but it certainly was the Celtics' first knockout loss of the year. And more questions than answers for the Celtics on this very favorable December month at home, and a great bounce-back performance by the Indiana Pacers. They beat the Celtics 123-114. Back with more on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
At More Dog Comfort Spa, now you don't need to go far for your dog to experience pure comforting bliss. Choose from a variety of comforting options, from ecstasy-inducing scritchy scratchies to sensory tingling butt sniff aromatherapy, all with complimentary milk bone comfort chews. Let your dog experience the lap of luxury right from your lap. Give your dog a comfort chew today and let them chew their way to bliss.
More Dog. Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/trial50. That's thefarmersdog.com/trial50.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5, thesportshub.com.
Siakam, right-hand dribble to the free throw line. Horford shuts him off. Out it comes to Nembhard. Return to Siakam, this time against Derek White. 8 of the shot clock. Siakam push pass. Nembhard behind the screen. Wide open three is good. He has been the man of the match to this point. Pacers get Andrew Nembhard back, and it made a huge difference as they score one of their biggest wins of the year. He was a plus 23 in this game that the Pacers end up winning by 9 points, 123-114. Celtics suffer their first true knockout loss of the year. The hardest working player brought to you by Bosch Tools, engineered for efficiency, comfort, and ease. Bosch Tools, built to keep workers going at full strength. Bosch Tools, what hard workers deserve. 123-114 is the final. The Celtics now 5.5 games behind the Cleveland Cavaliers. 4.5 games behind the Cleveland Cavaliers, top the Eastern Conference, and only a game ahead of New York for second place with a brutal road trip looming. But first, one final game left in the calendar year. Max and I will preview that one and wrap it up next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
After enough people told Maria,
you should sell your empanadas.
Maria opened a restaurant, and it was a hit. Next was a food truck, but that turned out to be more, difficult.
Good thing Maria has a small business loan from On Deck. Their secure 10-minute online application comes in handy during sticky situations. Learn more at OnDeck.com. Depending on certain loan attributes, your business loan may be issued by On Deck or Celtic Bank. On Deck does not lend in North Dakota. All loans subject to lender approval.
You scaled the sheer cliff face, battling frostbite, running low on oxygen. The wind pierced your skin, and every inch was agony. You reached heights no other human had before, while getting nowhere at airport security. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover best-selling action titles on Audible.
Welcome, I'm Phyllis. Whoa, been in your truck all day?
How'd you know?
Smells like you're wearing that perfume Diesel number 5. You need a truck that uses renewable natural gas. It's sustainable, affordable, and doesn't stink.
Clean energy, shifting carbon into reverse.
Do you hear that? Didn't think so. That's the sound of your engine building up harmful deposits. And unfortunately, that starts the moment you drive it off the lot. But here's the good news. Valvoline has revolutionized a way to completely reverse them. Introducing Valvoline Restore and Protect. It's the first and only motor oil that restores pistons to factory clean by removing up to 100% of deposits. That's right, 100%. Restoring your pistons to factory clean. New Restore and Protect from Valvoline.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
A landmark victory for the Pacers tonight in Boston. It has been a while since they won a game here. They have taken some ugly losses. Halliburton has Al Horford on the dance floor, drives around him, scoops and scores, and the Indiana Pacers in the second game of the series are going to deliver the Celtics their first knockout loss of the year. Yeah, it was that kind of night. The Celtics last year finished the NBA Cup break and then took off and were virtually untouchable late December into January, not only winning games, but just beating the living daylights out of teams, winning games by 30 or 40. Obviously had the huge win the other night here against the Pacers, but the Celtics, who were so dominant out of the NBA Cup break last year, have been ordinary at best. Losses at home to Chicago. The bad loss the other night in Orlando. The Christmas Day loss to Philadelphia. And tonight they suffer their first knockout loss of the year, beaten by the Pacers 123-114. 9-point margin is a little misleading as the Celtics scored the final 7 in that garbage time at the end to close the distance from 16 down to 9. And step back for a second. Max, where are we here? And is this just a matter of you can get by a few games without Porzingis and a few games without Drew Holiday, but eventually you play all these good teams who are gunning for you, and you need all hands on deck.
Yeah, and all hands on deck when other teams are coming at you this way. It's going to change what you do defensively. But look at the Celtics tonight. It was just they did not have it. The three-point line was not their friend. And then when they did get back in the game, just some costly turnovers. I said that about turnovers. I said that about second chance opportunities. I mean, it was essentially everything that would go wrong did go wrong tonight.
All right, the Pacers are a good team that went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. They played their best game of the year. Philadelphia is playing their best basketball of the year when they came in and won. Yeah. Chicago can always be different. There's nothing I can really say to try and pump up the Toronto Raptors. They are a bad basketball team. They got hammered tonight at home. They lost by 29 at home to Atlanta. And when they come in here, I don't like the term must win in December. Yeah. But when you look at that gauntlet that is waiting for the Celtics on the other side of Tuesday's game.
Hold on here. He might say it.
I was waiting to see if you were going to do this. So jump right in.
I did.
Well, it is a must-win in this context.
Okay, there you go.
It's a must-win in this context. We talk about the makeup games here. We're now at the point where, listen, does it matter? Let's have a 30-second conversation about this. Does it matter if the Celtics have home court in the playoffs? Of course it does not. How can you suggest that it does when the Boston Celtics for 3 full years now have been, wait for it, the best road team in the history of the game in the regular season and the playoffs? So obviously you need health, not home court. But pretty soon the Knicks are right behind you. Now you're talking about forgetting Cleveland. It's too early to say that with 50 games left or 49 games left, down 4.5 games. But if this difficult month ahead results in some losses to some really good teams, which logic says it will, out on the road, you could end January. This Cleveland thing could be done. Cleveland could be 6, 7, 8 games up in the Eastern Conference, and now you're talking about battling New York and Orlando when they get healthy just for home court in maybe the second round.
All right, now let's talk the keep the conversation going. What happens if you go out on this road trip and you sweep this road trip? How much confidence does that give you? So there could be a silver lining in all this, with the Celtics not playing as well, going on the road where I think there's a lot less pressure on them, and they can come back and win some basketball games.
Yeah,
they have to start playing and getting all hands on decks. And first of all, have a guy like Porzingis back, have your full complement back defensively and offensively. When you don't have that, that seems like that has been, again, you can get away for it for a while. I always said that. When you don't have a key player for a while, you can kind of fluff through it and win. But when that guy's gone that long or another guy's gone that long, it really is going to take a toll on you, especially on the defensive end.
What do you make of this? Last year, the Celtics were 37-4 at home. This is already their 6th loss at home. 12-6 isn't a bad record at home. Obviously, the Celtics have been better on the road for the last few years than they have been at home. But 37-4 last year, 12-6 this year.
Okay, I'm going to give you a noise right here. Yeah! Know what that is? Michael Felger screaming right now. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm sure I feel strongly he'll be talking about Gerard Mayo this week. But in the meantime,
don't
Celtics.
Worry. He can curve over.
Celtics are beaten by the Indiana Pacers 123-114. 2:30 Tuesday afternoon, New Year's Eve, final game of the calendar year. Celtics and the Toronto Raptors. We will talk to you then. In the meantime, we'll talk to Sean Silver.
Thank you, gentlemen. Happy New Year. Actually, that's probably getting a little bit ahead of things, because we will hear from you again on New Year's Eve. But not so nice of a welcome tonight for the Boston Celtics from the visiting Indiana Pacers, who you said this the other night, Sean. I think the Celtics could win by 50 on Friday night, but as long as Indiana wins by 1 on Sunday, it's a split. Well, the Celtics won by 35 on Friday night. Indiana gets the 9-point win this evening, and it's a split. So it goes. So the Celtics forge ahead. They'll take on the Raptors coming up, and like you said, kind of a busy schedule ahead of them here, a tough schedule ahead for the Greens. So not too much good news, but we will talk about all the aspects of this game coming up on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Everyone's got a thirst, a drive to be the next big thing, to put the world on notice. If you answer when your thirst calls, Sprite's for you. Sprite's for the makers and creators, the visionaries putting in work to build their dreams. Whether you're shooting a cinematic masterpiece on your phone or filling notebooks with sketches, keep going. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do.
Hey! Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, 40% alcohol, William Grant & Sons Inc., New York.
Hey, I'm Brett Podolsky, co-founder of The Farmer's Dog. We make fresh food for dogs. We started the company when we saw what a huge difference it made in my own dog, Jada, when she stopped eating ultra-processed kibble and started eating fresh, whole food. The Farmer's Dog food isn't fancy. It's just real food, delivered to your door in pre-portioned packs. It's better for them and easier for you.
Get 50% off your